same. Yeah. For my broken heart, no remedy. But maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do cause I'm feeling so good. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do cause I'm feeling so good.
I just want a bag, like an old lady. I'm backwoods smoking, I don't own papers, pass that 808. That don't shaker. Oh, bitch, you know I'm grinding like a pro skater. Baby mama bugging, I'm so quick to hit ignore. Buku bitches in my bed, I got scales all on my floor. I got money on the line, plus I'm clocking it below. I got bitches kissing bitches, all them bitches go explore. I'm feeling way up, I stay up. Put your bitch on my Snapchat while I make her. She want a chance with me, cause she know I'm a rapper. I give a but I never get feelings, cause shorty, I know what you after. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. Watch I look, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my putting. Put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a poopy, your wrist get tookin'. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fish. Oh, young and trapping out the bando. From the ceiling fan to the damn floor. Trying to stack my money up, cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay. See the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
You got me trapped inside this spell. Now I feel like, now I feel like your demons drag me close to hell. I can feel that.
Too cold, standing in the middle of the downpour. Looking in the mirror 'cause it's only you.
Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. City versus Leeds United today. City take on a Leeds side that are not the most confident at the moment, are they? But it is the first Premier League back. Manchester City are back here in the Premier League today. And City do need to get 3 points today to close that gap on Arsenal, who are at the moment flying high, aren't they, at the top of the table. 75% of you guys think that Haaland will be the first one to score tonight already. That is good to see you guys voting. Keep the votes coming there. The Premier League table is not looking good at the moment for Manchester City, in the sense that at the moment we do have Arsenal pretty far away at the top of the table, don't we, really? And Arsenal doing very well at the top of the table. City today leave out João Cancelo, leave out, Kyle Walker, leave out a few players that we expected to be in there. City currently on 32 points after 14 games. Arsenal on 40 after 15 with a win over West Ham United, 3-1 win at the Emirates yesterday. And of course, Newcastle currently higher than Manchester City as well. They are in second position. So start 11 for Manchester City. The Brazilian Ederson is back in there in goal. And he stones the partnership with Manuel Akanji at the back today. Nathan Ake against that at left back, and then at right back, the surprise inclusion. It is no longer Kyle Walker or João Cancelo starting, it seems. It is Rico Lewis, 18 years of age, impressed against Liverpool, didn't he? And that's why he's been put in there today. Roderick, Gundogan and De Bruyne in the midfield three once again. And then it is Jack Grealish, the only change in the front line for Cole Palmer from the Liverpool game. And then up top is Erling Haaland and Riyad Mahrez. Looks really good, the City side. Really, I still think it's a strong side. You expected Kyle Walker as well, Cancelo, experienced heads to be in there, didn't you, against this Leeds side, but it's not. City have rotated slightly, which might be a worry, maybe because of fatigue coming back from the World Cup. Pep Guardiola thinking players aren't ready. As for the Leeds side, let's put the two sides up on the screen now. As for Leeds, Meslier starts in goal, the Frenchman. It is a back four of Christensen, Kosh, Cooper and Pascal Struijk. Signed a new deal recently at Leeds United. The midfield three, it is Roca, Forshaw and Aronson. Marc Roca, of course, formerly of Espanyol, formerly of Bayern Munich as well, couldn't make it there. Then a front three for Leeds. I don't know who's playing in the forward position or the central forward position, because it could be any of these three. Sam Greenwood, Rodrigo and young and very exciting Italian Gonzo in there as well. We've got Jack Wilson in the comments, Jaden as well, MK as well. Hi everyone, hoping for an exciting City game is MK. Ridai is back. Good to have you, Ridai. Back on the We Are City channel live streams for the coverage of the games. Jack says, Rico Lewis looks a really promising talent. With the help of the coaching staff, he can definitely become a top player at City. Exactly, Jack. I mean, he looked so good against Liverpool, didn't he? And you can't put too much pressure on him. I have read the statistic, and I've seen that he is the first player under 19 or 18 to start a Premier League, first English player at 18 years of age to start a Premier League game for Manchester City, or an away game, I think it was, since Micah Richards. Now, that is a very long time ago, and unfortunately Micah Richards' career didn't work out the way that you perhaps expected it to, and I'm hoping that we see Rico Lewis's career going a much more better trajectory than Micah Richards, and the end injuries really did ruin his career. Elmo's also here. Gonto's been very impressive this season, says Elmo. He is Gonto, isn't he? And actually, I've got Gonto in my fantasy Premier League team. I actually picked him and decided to go with certain players at the back over someone like Alexander Mitrovic. Maybe I should have put Mitrovic in my fantasy league team, but I picked Gonto for the bench. So if City were going to concede today, I'd like Gonto to score if it's going to be anyone. I had a pretty good fantasy league game yesterday, 56 points, and I've got captained and vice-captain Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland, so let's hope they turn on the style for Manchester City today. Surely Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne combine once again, and surely Erling Haaland will return to the place where he was born in Leeds. He scores against them. That would be really nice, wouldn't it? I think for him, it'd mean a lot to him. What the injuries in City so far, says Renai? Well, City don't currently, from what I know, have any real injuries in the team. I think we've obviously got some issues with squad fitness. Perhaps Kyle Walker yet not fit, and neither is João Cancelo. That is why we've got Ake and Lewis in the fullback positions now. I have read today, and the reports have come out that City are very interested in signing a left-back. Now, we don't think that'll happen in January. Pep Guardiola said no names have currently been mentioned on that list of possible left-backs to be signed in January, or possible players in general to be signed in January, despite the reports. But City will move in the market, of course, if that opportunity comes up. If you think a few years ago, quite a few years ago now, Aymeric Laporte came onto the market, a player City had tracked for a very long time, and City went and made the move for him because they need him in the squad. I mean, I suppose if maybe Nathan Ake, I don't know, Cancelo and Walker were to get injured, City would certainly go into the market straight away for a fullback and maybe do a bit more of an emergency buy in that situation. But Pep Guardiola, and like Manchester City fans, I think Pep Guardiola feels the same, is that Sergio Gomez isn't trusted. He isn't trusted by Pep Guardiola, and that is why Ake is starting there. And I think Sergio Gomez's career at Manchester City, he might not spend too long at Manchester City. He might just be one of those players that plays every now and again, maybe more so in the midfield, because he's probably, most likely, a very unreliable and a bit of a liability at left back. Jack Wilson, you're quite right. That is one I did forget. Diaz is injured. Yes, of course. Ruben Diaz out for a full month. I think is that the only injury in the City team? I totally forgot about that, Jack. Well, Diaz is injured, a hamstring injury, and apparently out for a full month, injured while playing in the Euros. So that is why, I mean, Stones is not comfortable on the left-hand side defence. I don't think Akanji is either. I've put in the lineups there that Stones starts on the left-hand side, but it could easily be Stones on the right and Akanji on the left. I mean, it could also be one of those at left-back. I don't think so. I assume Ake will play at left-back. It's confusing. City's back line, lots of centre-backs and not many full-backs at the moment, isn't he? I mean, Akanji's played right-back for City, does not look comfortable at all. Ridice has also been known for another defender to be added soon, so he'll be sold then. Yeah, I mean, we've been linked heavily with Joshko Guardiola. We've been heavily linked with quite a few players. Milan Skriniar as well. Will City make a move, 3 of them? Well, the reports say so, but I don't know. We've got 5 centre-backs already. Does that mean that Laporte is on his way out? Does that mean Akanji already is on his way out? I don't think so. I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? We'll have to see what happens with that in the transfer market. I mean, would you like me to start a sort of transfer weekly video, maybe like a podcast where we talk about them? Maybe that's something I could do. You guys let us know if that is something you're interested in. Andrew predicts a 3-1 win. Elmo says Phillips is also overweight. Yes, but Phillips is in the squad today. He's on the bench. So Phillips does return. He's on the bench. So obviously he must have lost that weight pretty quickly for Pep Guardiola to put him on the bench, because Pep said he won't be playing and he won't be on the bench or anywhere near the squad until he is the right weight. So clearly he's already lost those few kilograms. And when you say overweight, maybe he weighs 83 kilograms and he's supposed to weigh 80. It'll be something like that. It won't be maybe 81 kilograms. It won't be something stupidly drastic, I don't think. Alvarez is going to be good when he plays. He's ready. Yeah, I can't wait to have Julian Alvarez back. I think he's proven how good he is. He's going to have a good battle with Erling Haaland up top there. And perhaps we could see Alvarez maybe playing wider positions at times. Maybe in place of Riyad Mahrez off the right, or maybe in place of Jack Grealish on the left, because he did sort of play on the wing, didn't he, for Argentina? Messi in that false 9 role. And then he drifted inside and played inside, and eventually just played in a 4-4-2, didn't he, with Lionel Messi up top. So you could see either of those. So Erling Haaland in the tunnel now. If you're watching the game, he's live at Amazon Prime Video. Of course, would you like to listen to us as alternative commentary? I hope you would. To do that, just turn the audio off the game. Or on Amazon, actually, what you can do is, what's really good quality, a really good thing to Amazon is, you can actually turn the audio off on Amazon, so there's no commentary at all. So you can turn the commentary off on Amazon and just listen to the audio sound of the ground and listen to my commentary instead. If you're going to do that, I think that's the best thing to do. I hope Grealish plays well tonight, says Jack Wilson. I think he will play well tonight, Grealish. I think the crowd will certainly be on Jack Grealish's back. I think, the Leeds fans, they tend to pick on one player and they always seem to play well against Leeds sometimes, but they're going to get at Jack Grealish. We saw last year where they were throwing what was it, projectiles on the pitch, weren't they? These little balls of card, all at Jack Grealish. And Ellen Road's one of the toughest places to go. The Leeds fans certainly bring an atmosphere, don't they? And they will bring an atmosphere. And that is going to make it difficult for City today to handle the atmosphere. But I think City can handle the atmosphere. I do think they can. I think Pep will expect his players to be hopefully not rattled by the atmosphere and just ride the storm at times, because when Leeds are on City and when Leeds get chances, I mean, City are the type of side that like to take the sting out of a game, aren't they? They like to just, pass the ball around the back, slow it down, make the opposition chase them, and then really make the opposition think, well, we tire themselves out and take the sting out of the game. City will try to do that, but the fans will try and get behind Leeds and stop that as well. Redeye says, my opinion is that we should make Jack Grealish our new midfielder if Gundogan Avedado leaves and play Alvarez in that wide position. That would be good, Redeye. I just don't know. I mean, Grealish's first ever game for Manchester City was against Tottenham Hotspur, and he did play in that 8 position, didn't he, Jack Grealish? And City signed Grealish to play in what was Bernardo Silva's position, because they expected Bernardo Silva to leave, and we saw Grealish play his first ever game for City in that position. I preferred him to play in that position as well, but I don't know if Pep Guardiola trusts him to do the defensive side of the game. But I do think if Grealish and De Bruyne played in that position together, I think City would be a lot better at times. I think he's got that real attacking ability, but maybe it's very unbalanced to play him and De Bruyne. Maybe it'd have to be him and Gundogan or him and Bernardo Silva, someone who can drop back a little bit and help him out. Adjin's here. He's a bit late. How's it going, Adjin? And Chris is here as well. Evening to Chris. Thank you for joining us. So quite a few people in the chat now, and 80% of you guys think we're going to see an Erling Haaland first goal of today's game. He will score first. We'll have to see. Joe Gelhart on the bench there, and also Llorente, Jack Harrison once of Manchester City, and also Darko Giabi of Manchester City's youth team, signed by Leeds. And it's a 4-3-3. Sam Greenwood here, predicted Amazon Prime to be in the midfield, but I expect he will be in the front line, Greenwood, alongside Rodrigo and Gonzo. Forshaw, Rocker, Aronson in the midfield 3, and then Strauch, Cooper, Kosh and Christensen in the back line. A very, very impressive young goalkeeper in Meslier in goal. That's for Manchester City. Ederson starts in goal, as you can see on your screen now. Rico Lewis, Stones, Akanji and Nathan Ake, City's back 4. Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Gundogan in the midfield 3. Captain Ilkay Gundogan, Mahrez, Erling Haaland and Grealish on the front line. We've got the likes of Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, Sergio Gomez, Bernardo Silva, Laporte, Cancelo, Phillips and Walker on the bench. Outfield players, Ortega in there as well. Now, interesting, isn't it, that Kyle Walker, Joao Cancelo clearly on the bench. They're there for City, so surely, if they were fit, they would be playing. But Pep Guardiola has said that after Lewis's performance in the previous fixture against Liverpool, he could not afford to drop Rico Lewis. A 5-0 win prediction for City, says Ridai. Well, that would be a nice, easy win for City. I think Arsenal fans will be watching this game, will be paying attention to this game. Perhaps Newcastle fans as well. Newcastle could be perhaps in a title race. And the worrying thing for Newcastle, I was reading, it was an interesting article, was how Newcastle are in their sort of Craig Bellamy Adebayor phase. Now, as City fans, you'll understand that, unless it was a bit before your time, when it's not too long ago really in City's history, it's recent history of Manchester City, where City did struggle in their Craig Bellamy and Adebayor phase, weren't the best team, but that was when City were investing heavy in changing, and people are saying, well, Newcastle are in their phase of that, and already in second position in the league, and I think that is credit to Eddie Howe, who's doing a really good job at Newcastle United. Adjin's gone for a 3-0 prediction, so we've had a 3-1, a 5-0 and a 3-0. Well, I think out of all those predictions, Ridai, Adjin and Andrew, who's made the predictions, I have to side a little bit more with Andrew. I do think City will concede a goal today, especially with a sort of inexperienced City back line, with Rico Lewis in there, Nathan Ake at left back, which is not his natural position, and also considering how City played against Liverpool, they were a bit shaky at the back, weren't they? They were a bit shaky at the back, and perhaps that is on my mind. That certainly is on my mind. So Manchester City versus Leeds. The players do a applause here for George Cohen, MBE. I think of Leeds. Did he play for Leeds? Who has recently passed away. Jack Grealish there runs over. He's already wanting a drink early on in the game. City are ready. Erling Haaland ready to take the kick off at Ellen Road. Now, there was a quote about Erling Haaland saying he wanted to play for Leeds United and win the Premier League and the Champions League. I think he later denied that quote. Maybe it wasn't a quote that he'd said to a reporter, maybe just to some friends. So Manchester City versus Leeds United. And the referee looks at his watch. The sides are ready. And we do have kick-off. Referee just continues to wait. He's getting his clock ready. Players decide to take the knee today. Perhaps because it's the opening game of the return of the Premier League. I'm in school and the Wi-Fi is killing me, says Adjin. Well, I hope you get to see the game. City are underway. Leeds United and Manchester City. Manuel Akanji seems to be playing that left-hand side defence. Stones on the right. And City immediately get the ball out to Riyad Mahrez on the right-hand side. And Rico Lewis back to John Stones. So Akanji's playing on the left-hand side of the back two alongside John Stones. We know Nathan Ake will, sort of drop in there as well. And Leeds have come out with a lot of energy here. A little kick in there straight away on Jack Grealish. And Sam Greenwood, interestingly enough, is playing more of a midfielder on that right-hand side. And it's Brendan Harrison, the furthest man forward, playing as a sort of false nine. Ake with the ball into Haaland here. Haaland could be in here. Erling Haaland, a shot saved by Meslier and off the line by Strauch. Back out to Erling Haaland, who just keeps it in and Leeds United away. Well, City nearly opened the scoring within 45 seconds here. Nathan Ake with a wonderful ball over the top onto Erling Haaland. Keeper couldn't get there ahead of him. And he lifts it over Meslier, and Meslier just gets that right hand on it. Palms it just enough that it bobbles towards the line and allows Pascal Strauch to clear it. Jack Grealish dispossessed by Brendan Aronson. Aronson still. Rodri in there to win it for Manchester City. Grealish. Aronson jumps on the ball. Sam Greenwood in there and Rodri. Who, these discussions going on about Rodri and, Casemiro. I don't think Casemiro can lace Rodri's boots still. Isaac Bloom says, has Harry Kane not missed that penalty against France, England might have made it to the World Cup final. Quite right, Isaac. And I think they wouldn't have beat Argentina, though, would they, England? I don't think so. I think the Lionel Messi factor is something very, very different. Here is John Stones to Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne, Rico Lewis playing in that false fullback role. A late tackle on him there by Aronson. Referee plays advantage. Riyad Mahrez switched it out to Jack Grealish on this far left-hand side. One-on-one with Christensen. Grealish, a little nutmeg on Christensen. And then Christensen takes him down. Referee says no free kick. Ake onto Gundogan. Ilkay Gundogan. Riyad Mahrez. Back out to Grealish on the left. City have started lively here. Grealish clips one into the box here. Cleared away by Kosh. And all the way across into City's half, which will be picked up by Edison, who's pretty much nearly on the centre circle here. Playing as an outfielder, Edison. City high line. City pressing well. Ake into Rodri. Grealish. Grealish has looked lively, by the way, so far. Very lively. Really nice to see if England had got to the final. It wouldn't have had that amazing final. Very true. Ball forward to Riyad Mahrez. Beat Stroud to it in the air. Kevin De Bruyne back out to Mahrez. City have done well here. Foul on Riyad Mahrez. Late challenge by... It is Forshaw. Free kick to Manchester City. Sort of on the edge of the box. I think it's a little bit too far out to shoot. But certainly a good position to get a ball into the box. Late one by Forshaw. Takes the left ankle of Riyad Mahrez there. And replay the Haaland chance. Good save by Meslier. Strong right hand. Just keeps it out with the fingers. Foden, Rashford, Saka, Bellingham and Maguire, the only players for England that were good, says Adrian. Yeah, I thought Stones was okay as well, actually. And Red Eye says Thoughts and Cody Gakpo moved to Liverpool. Very good sign for Liverpool. Another really big signing for Liverpool again. Liverpool tend to spend big money on players, don't they? 50 million for Gakpo, is it, including add-ons? Good signing for them. But again, Liverpool improving the squad with the funds they've got. Clipped into Haaland here by Mahrez. Haaland takes a touch in his chest, turns on the volley. And blocked away by Leeds United and cleared away. Good chance for Haaland again. Onto the chest. Nice clipping by Mahrez. Haaland takes it on the chest, holds them off and just can't catch the ball cleanly on the strike. If he did, I think he's rifling that one into the back of the net. Very close to the goalkeeper as well. Gundogan with a heavy pass back to Manuel Akanji. Leeds United have started with intensity, Leeds. They certainly have, and they want to try and close City down. But at the moment, that's allowing City to play through them very easily. Here's Akanji. Ake. Always solid Nathan Ake, isn't it? Grealish into Erling Haaland, but it misses him. Misses Ilkay Gundogan as well, and Leeds win it back. Sam Greenwood into Rodrigo against our own Rodrigo. 2 in there. Nunes a big flop. Gakpo improved the front line. Yeah, he does, and his Leeds on the attack here. Pascal Stroud. Rico Lewis can't win it. Flicked on by Rodrigo onto Aronson. Nathan Ake reads it, and City get the ball back. Grealish pressure on him by Greenwood, and then he's kicked by Greenwood, and it's a free kick Manchester City, and the Leeds fans going mad. Jack Grealish knows he will wind up the Leeds fans today, taking those free kicks and taking those fouls. Greenwood with a late tackle on Grealish, just kicks the feet of Grealish. It's always going to be a free kick. Oh, I don't know if he does. A bit of push in the back, but it's given us a free kick. It's a great signing, quite right, Adjun. Well, they've got Diaz out injured, haven't they, Liverpool, and Jota, and they do need probably another forward in there. Can we overtake Arsenal? Is better. His question is, can we have Liverpool's attack depth? Yeah, I mean, Liverpool have got Liverpool have got about 5-6 midfielders more than Manchester City, squad-wise and depth-wise. Okay, Grealish. Nice turn away from 1 or 2 players. Back to Akanji. Into Rico Lewis. And Lewis out to Stones. Rico Lewis looks very composed in the ball, doesn't he? Doesn't panic, which is brilliant to see. Mahrez. Stones. It's good to see the City players trust Rico Lewis now. They're happy to pass the ball into him, aren't they? Late challenge on John Stones from Gonto. Referee plays advantage, and Stones is still down injured here, holding his ankle. He's going to get up slowly, John Stones, but he's not happy with that challenge from the small Italian, who is absolutely tiny, isn't he, Gonto? Absolutely tiny. Isaac says, I live in Iowa. A couple of days ago, I was minus 15, like minus 50. Today it's 36. Wow. Well, I hope you're okay, Isaac. That is just bitterly cold, isn't it? And I know about extreme heat. I've been in Sevilla, in Spain, which is 44 degrees in the summer. But minus 15 is ridiculous. I mean, minus 3 feels freezing. Anything more than that, I mean, that is ridiculous. I hope you're okay. I bet you're wrapped up in home, aren't you? You'll have to use your heating. Nathan Ake, ball forward. Headed down by Kosh, straight to Captain Ilkay Gundogan, into Erling Haaland, who gets into Riyad Mahrez. Rico Lewis on the overlap for Mahrez on this right-hand side. Riyad Mahrez onto the left foot. Into Rico Lewis, in the edge of the box is Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne with the first time shot here, and oh, it's just over the bar by Kevin De Bruyne. Catches it on his right foot. Tries to lift it over Meslier into that far corner, but just can't get it in. went for the near post, actually, Kevin De Bruyne. The camera angle made it look completely different. Catched it wrong. The Leeds fans, someone took it in the face there in the crowd. Isaac says it feels like minus 50. Yeah, I can imagine it will. I think it feels like minus 50 at minus 5, doesn't it? Arsenal have been amazing, says Ridai. Yeah, that's true. Arsenal have been brilliant, haven't they? Credit to Arsenal. Here's Kosh for Leeds. To Cooper. Cooper knocks it in behind to Gonto. John Stones in a race with Gonto, and Rodrigo is marking the pass back to Edison. John Stones still goes back to Edison, but because Rodrigo was tight to him, Edison just had to put it out for a throw into Leeds. Edison with the blonde streaks in his hair now. Taking the sort of inspiration from Jack Grealish in his haircut in a way. Strauch. Good tackle by Mahrez off Strauch and throwing for Manchester City, which the Leeds fans aren't happy with. Which was a clear throwing to Manchester City. I don't know how they can complain about that, but they will appeal for everything, the Leeds fans. Take all they can get. Nathan Ake on this left-hand side for Manchester City now. The Dutchman into Jack Grealish. Nowhere to go, but he's trying to get Sam Greenwood to foul him and pick up those yellow cards the Leeds plays, and he will do, Grealish. Akanji, Lewis. Akanji again. Nathan Ake. Tough ground to come to for City to come and get 3 points. Grealish. Again, another late challenge, and Jack Grealish looks towards the referee. Sam Greenwood was right on his back there, throwing his feet in. Akanji. Stones. Akanji again. City working it from right to left. City working it through Leeds. Try and tire out the opposition. City one of the best, aren't they, at slowing the game down and speeding it up in those small moments. Grealish flicks it into Gundogan. Jack Grealish, he's under big pressure from Pep Guardiola. He's not happy with the Grealish pass there that went to Gundogan, was given away. Rodgers shrugs off Aronson. And here's Grealish. Running forward for Manchester City. Spreads it out wide to Riyad Mahrez. He's got De Bruyne ahead of him. Mahrez up this right-hand side now. Predominantly left-footed, dribbles on that left foot. A couple of step-overs from Mahrez and shuffles the ball into Rico Lewis now. Rodri just over the centre circle. Nathan Ake in space in the left. Gundogan the captain. Got Haaland ahead of him. Looking for Jack Grealish in a pocket of space. Nathan Ake in the end goes back to Akanji, who's quick to get across there. Leeds were trying to cut that pass out. Grealish. Ake. Given away by Nathan Ake. Taken down Nathan Ake by Christensen. And Leeds keep it in. Rodrigo. Here's Forshaw. Haaland helping his side out defensively here. Well done, Erling Haaland. Forshaw. Great footwork. And into Aronson. And behind to Aronson here. It's an over it. Pass by Leeds. I think it was Greenwood. But good bit of play from Leeds there. Trying to get out. Haaland did well for the side there, helping him out to defend. Jesse Marsh is waving at the referee, asking why there wasn't a free kick for the bit of a push from Haaland. I didn't think it was a foul, personally. Lanky's here. Good to have you, Lanky. 4-1 is his prediction. So we've had quite a few predictions. Keep the predictions coming in. Here's Ake, Akanji. Both played for their countries at the World Cup, didn't they, Ake and Akanji? Stones, De Bruyne. Turns away from Forshaw. Heavy touch by Kevin De Bruyne, gives it away though. Rico Lewis though picks it back up for City. In the right position. Into Stones and back to Rodri. City then work it to Ake on this left-hand side. On to Grealish, who's looking to take on Christensen. Beats Christensen. And he beats Rocker as well, who throws a leg in on Jack Grealish. Referee plays advantage for that late one on Jack Grealish. Couple of late challenges going in. De Bruyne. Rodri. Astrod Meteor is here. We are City member. Great to have you, Astrod. He says a 3-1 win to City. I think you're the second person to predict 3-1. Aronson, Leeds counter here. Brings it off the halfway line into Gonto, who's up against Rico Lewis. Seems to get his way out of little pockets of space as Gonto. He's got that low centre of gravity. Nice burst of acceleration as well. Kosh clips one wide to Christensen. Nodded on to Greenwood, and Nathan Ake uses his body well. Turns him. Imagine he's surprised that only not one vote for Riyad Mahrez to score first. Yeah, I'm surprised at that. I know he hasn't been the best, but look at the goal he scored against Liverpool, Mahrez. It was a moment of brilliance, wasn't it, for him, despite not having the best of games, I suppose. Nathan Ake. Manuel Akanji. Brings the ball forward for City, Manuel Akanji. Got Lewis and Rodri sitting in front of him. It's very much a back three for Manchester City. So you've got Akanji in the centre. You've got Akanji in the centre of back three with Stones on the right and Lewis and Ake on the left of it. And Rico Lewis and Rodri sit as a midfield two in front. And then you've got the De Bruyne and Gundogan in front of that. Mahrez on the right, Grealish on the left and Haaland at the top. It's very much a 3-2-2-3 for Manchester City, really. Ake, ball into Haaland, a poor ball by Ake. Right idea, wrong execution, but Leeds pressing from City couldn't get there. City back in possession. Leeds end up playing it out for a throw-in. Grealish has started well, looks to be having a less restricted role, says Chris. Yeah, I think Grealish ended the sort of break, before the break, very well, didn't he? And I'm hoping he can get sort of back to that confidence of running at players and trying to, you know, drift into pockets of space. We don't want Grealish isolating that left-hand side and only can play that left-hand side. And, you know, if you think about the players like Leroy Sané, for example, Sané was best when he was on the touchline and running at players. Grealish not quite that. He's not got the pace of Sané. We don't want him restricted to the touchline because he wants to come inside on his right foot and picks those reverse balls and passes inside and create chances for Manchester City. Adrian's team have won 3-2. Well done. I've actually played football myself today, Adrian. Just before this game, I managed to score a hat-trick for myself, which are 2 goals. One was in the box. Because it was 7-a-side, 1 was in the box, so it didn't count. 2 goals for myself. A few assists as well. Not that I was counting, obviously was. A bad ball by Edison here into Stones. Straight out of play. And that just gives Leeds that bit of a, you know, confidence boost, isn't it? The fans are up, and they're on them, but City press Leeds, and they're already back with the goalkeeper Meslier here. Looks a bit windy here, Ellen Road. You can see the shirts, you know, just moving the wind. Stones, good header into Rodrigo. Taken down by Rocker. Won back by Ilkay Gundogan. De Bruyne, turn. Kevin De Bruyne, ball in behind to Haaland. Haaland here, can't get the end of that. Meslier quickly off his line. And away. Lanky's currently playing as a goalkeeper. Good luck. I'd never be a goalkeeper, Lanky. You have to be very brave to play goalkeeper. Strauk. Gonto here. Just over the halfway line on the left-hand side for Leeds. Back to Robin Koch. Strauk again. Only 21, 22 years of age, the German. Is he German, Strauk? I think he is, isn't he? He's looked good. Calvin Phillips on the bench for Manchester City today after a lot of controversy with being overweight and things. Could get on today against these former side, Leeds United. At the moment, it's looking like a big flop, isn't he? Calvin Phillips, but he's got time. Ake against Christensen. Loses the header, Nathan Ake. Absolutely spins. And ends up on the Leeds attack. Greenwood. Mark Rocker. Nice ball into Rodrigo. A heavy pass into Greenwood. He's just going to chase it behind him. Leeds playing on the byline. Ridai's injured, unfortunately for you, Ridai. As they always say with an injury, though, you come back stronger, don't you? Robin Koch. Christensen. Ball in behind Ake to Green was a great one. Manuel Akanji's covering. And Akanji keeps it in, well played, Manuel Akanji. Calmly into Grealish, and through the back of him comes Mark Rocker. Free kick for Manchester City, and the Leeds fans, the arms flail in the air. Sophie's here, good to have you. Chris says Phillips is currently occupying 4 seats on the bench. Well, I was saying before, you know, all this talk, isn't it? That, you know, he's overweight, Calvin Phillips. Which obviously he might be, but in football terms, overweight is like a kilogram or half a kilogram, isn't it? I mean, Mark Rocker does foul Jack Grealish here. I don't know what the Leeds fans and Jesse March is getting so angry with. The Leeds fans just want them to foul Grealish. But he comes right to the back of Grealish, puts his leg on Grealish's calves, and knocks him over. I mean, is it that you just want us to let him to foul Grealish? I mean, Grealish is going to go down all the time now, and I think he'll wind them up massively, Grealish. I don't blame him. Edison with a long ball for City out to Riyad Mahrez. Strauk has missed it, and it's fallen to Riyad Mahrez here. Round 2 players, Mahrez still pushed over. Mahrez still going. Finds Kevin De Bruyne, but Haaland's not in the box. De Bruyne swinging. Ilkay Gundogan with a header. Lovely swinging by De Bruyne. Ilkay Gundogan should do a lot better, the captain. Strauk makes a mistake on this right-hand side after a lovely ball out by Edison. Mahrez gets on the end of it. Skips through a couple of challenges. He's pushed over, but he managed to stay on his feet into Kevin De Bruyne. The ball is fantastic from De Bruyne. And Ilkay Gundogan has just got to get a head on that. Can't. Just skims off his head. And out for a goal kick. But he could have scored there, Gundogan, and give City the lead. Pep Guardiola looks disappointed with that one. Ajin says he's tried to be a goalkeeper, but he's scared of the ball. Yeah, I'd be scared of the ball being smashed at me, Ajin. Given away by Mark Rocker into Rodri. Ooh, and Rodri nearly gives it to Gonzo in a bad position, but he's pass found to Rico Lewis, who drives City forward here. Lewis slows it down and goes into Stones. Already 18 years of age, showing a bit of confidence there, Rico Lewis. You know, a lot of time you don't see young defenders break through, do you? It tends to be a more forward player because you can take a risk with a forward. Grealish here. Foul by Christensen, is he? No. Can't beat him. Ball in behind by Greenwood to Aronson. One-on-one with Manuel Akanji. Aronson. Ball in behind by into Rodrigo. Stones reads it. Rodrigo the push on John Stones, and that is great work by Stones. Ake into Rodri. Rodri turns in front of his own goalkeeper into Nathan Ake, and City play out calmly, collectively and brilliantly. Akanji, De Bruyne, and Akanji back to John Stones. Leeds fans are screaming at the players to press higher, to try more, but when you're up against a quality opposition like Manchester City, they play so well, don't they, passing it around like that. Position progression for Lanky has been defensive midfield to left back to centre back to goalkeeper. Well, you never know. Sometimes it takes a while to find your positions. Edison was an outfield player. He was a left back, wasn't he, Edison, for a very long time. Ball in behind by Mahrez to Ilkay Gundogan, who can't get there. A foul on Cooper as he slides in to try and win it. And it's going to be a free kick to Leeds United, and Cooper's going to milk it all to slow the game down. Yeah, Edison started out as a goalkeeper, so I wouldn't worry. Linda says 2-0 to City. Rudijk started his career as a left back and then went to a centre midfield, now a left winger. Yeah, it depends. As you get older, you become better at certain things, don't you? You get more experienced. That's just the way it works. Meslier here is going to take his free kick for Leeds. He's going to send this as long as he can into the City half. Try and make City defend the long ball, which we know after that Brentford game especially. I thought Manuel Akanji really did struggle against Ivan Toney. That being said, I don't think we'll see Rodrigo cause Akanji any problems in the air. Stones there commanding as the ball came forward. Said to Rico Lewis, I'll take charge of this one because Lewis isn't the biggest either. Rodri heads it down to his goalkeeper. Well played, City. Edison, who's got a full leg sleeve now on the right leg, looking to fill the left leg as well, I think, with those tattoos. Lanky was put to left back as our other fullbacks had no weak foot at all. Well, you're right footer, Lanky. I mean, when I was at school, I'm a left footer. I played right back, and the guy at left back was a right footer. I don't know why the manager did that, but he did. Ooh, a late challenge on Grealish again from Greenwood. Grealish is not happy. Right in the back of Grealish are the Leeds players. I think Jesse Mars has pretty much instructed his players to go at Jack Grealish. Haaland. Bad pass by Haaland, gives it away. Roger goes and wins it back. Gundogan. He gives it away now. Can't beat Kosh to the ball. Bad pass by Greenwood. City in possession again. Akanji into Kevin De Bruyne. Round the corner to Riyad Mahrez. Just trickles out to him. Rico Lewis does well under pressure there. Lewis goes back to Stones. Didn't try and beat a man or try and do anything too clever. Rodri. Pep Guardiola must really trust Rico Lewis, by the way. 18 years of age to play at Ellen Road. Stones. Mahrez. Lewis. Back to Stones. Into Rodri again. Looking for options is Rodri. Back into Rico Lewis. Lewis with a late one on Rico Lewis here by Forshaw. And Lewis is down. And the Leeds fans say it's not a foul. Well, Leeds United seem to think any time you touch a Leeds player it's a foul, but when you touch a City player it's not. It's a late one by Forshaw. Crunches Rico Lewis there. Isaac says a right-footed left back and a left-footed right back. Yeah, but I think Tony Pulis used to do that at West Brom or someone like that. Stoke City. Akanji and Stones are liability, so I wouldn't be surprised if he made a costly error. I think Akanji more so than Stones. Ridai is an attacking midfielder. So free kick for Manchester City. Ball to be swung in here. Forshaw looks pretty small. Stones, he's marking Stones as well. Mahrez goes short to Gundogan. And Gundogan shoots here. Ooh, it just drifts past the left post. Meslier watched it go past there. Gundogan seemed to manage to catch that one pretty well along the floor. Just drag it a little bit. But Meslier there watches it go past. It looked a bit closer than it was. Maybe a foot or so past the left-hand post. Leeds fans happy to see that go past. And so is Meslier, the goalkeeper. He will now take the goal kick for Leeds United. 20 minutes gone in this game. Rudai said they'd drawn the last 3 games. Well, like Lanky said, Rudai, it's better than losing, isn't it? You'd rather draw than lose. Ake wins his header for City on the long ball from the goal kick. Mark Rocker can't win it off Kevin De Bruyne. Here's Jack Grealish driving at the Leeds defence here. Grealish. Whoa! Jack Grealish taken down by Strauch. And no free kicks as the referee. No free kick for that. I don't know why. Rodri beats Aronson to it. And back he goes to John Stones. And Grealish is down injured here. And I don't know how the referee has not given that as a free kick. Grealish drives his way through. And then he's absolutely crunched by the Leeds United defender, Pascal Strauch. Arjun says he's good but lazy. Yeah. I think as you get older, Arjun, you don't want to do as much running. Ooh. I mean, Grealish plays it through the Leeds United player's legs. And then gets I mean, Strout can't do much about it, but I think I'm not sure it is a foul. Grealish is going round him. Grealish is going round Strout here. He flicks it over the leg. And then Strout catches him. Leeds have it in tonight for Grealish, is Chris quite right. They really do, don't they? Every time Grealish on the ball, Leeds United are going for him. And that is something that I've heard Grealish speak about, and he said that the players, the fans at Leeds, the players don't like him. He doesn't know why, but they don't. And every time they go and foul Grealish, the Leeds United fans will love it. The same Leeds United fans that when he played for England, they would get him on in the Euros, weren't they? Interestingly enough. But we'll see. Pep Guardiola gives instructions to Manuel Akanji here. John Stones as well. Grealish says, why is that not a foul to the referee? He shouts to the ref over, says, why is that not a foul? Doesn't quite understand it. City put the ball out of play. Jack Grealish has a go at the fourth official as well. He bodied me, says Jack Grealish to the fourth official. Drop ball for City. Kanji in possession. And City play on. Red says, as long as you enjoy the game with your mates, our team is better. Yeah, I enjoy just playing football casually. I don't like people who take it too seriously, to be honest with you. I really don't like people who take it too seriously. Stones. Kanji. City playing an extremely high line here. Pretty much every player bar Akanji and Edison in the Leeds half. Grealish. Into Ake. You're going to take the challenges today, Grealish. I think he really is. Like Chris said, they are targeting him. And it's just to see if the referee gives any of them. Ake with the ball and behind it to Haaland, who chases it, and he gets there, Haaland. And he bounces off the Leeds player. Cooper managed to keep it in and find Greenwood. Rocker. Could turn and pass here, Rocker. It's a bad ball by Rocker, who didn't make it a Bayern Munich for the very reason you've seen here today so far. Sometimes he's just very much off it, isn't he? Rodri, De Bruyne, Rico Lewis. Into John Stones. Gonto, tight two Stones here. Trying to stop him from playing that pass forward. Rodri. Nathan Ake. He's in a midfield position as well now, Nathan Ake. Jack Grealish. Looking for a passage, Jack Grealish. All the way back he goes to Manuel Akanji. He's pretty much the only player back for City now. Stones playing like a right back. Akanji in the centre. And Ake like a left back. Rico Lewis. John Stones. De Bruyne. Trying to combine with Mahrez on this right hand side. Leeds players tight to him. 3 Leeds players around Mahrez there. Did well to pass it back. Lewis. Akanji. Trying to find that way through this Leeds defence of Manchester City. Leeds got every man behind the ball. Rodri with a switch out to Mahrez, but it's a bit of a lofted pass that Mahrez won't get in the end of. Strout gets ahead on it, does he? No, I think it's a Leeds United throw-in. Strout just sort of fainted to Mahrez that he was going to head that. A little bit of a dummy and lets it roll behind for a throw-in. Pascal Strout will take this throw-in. Calling the Leeds United players over to him. But City are marking him pretty much man for man here. Making it difficult for Leeds to play out from this throw-in. De Bruyne and Mahrez. Gundogan in there. Forshaw takes a touch. Won back by Gundogan. And out for another Leeds United throw-in. No, he's given it City's way. Come through the legs of Pascal Strout. Did it take a little nick off the shins of Strout on the way through? I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure, but the referee's give it a throw-in for Manchester City. And here's Rico Lewis. Into Rodri. Rodri under pressure from Aronson. Just holds him off and turns. He's a big man, isn't he, Rodri? What, 6'2", 6'3"? As solid as anything. Grealish. Grealish not happy with Ilkay Gundogan there. Having a bit of a conversation between the two. Here's Rodri from Manchester City into Rico Lewis. On the turn, Lewis. Looking for the progressive pass if he can. Stones. Can't go forward. Gonto tight to him. Well, the pressing from Leeds is pretty good. Stones is not happy with Mahrez either. And he's saying to him, you're not giving me an option to pass it out. Lewis. Gundogan. Stones. Stones goes back. I think he's going to go forward there after a bit of combination. City playing the triangles there. Rico Lewis again. Rodri. Manuel Akanji. He moves the ball forward now. Jack Grealish. And as soon as Grealish gets the ball, he's got 3 or 4 Leeds players round him. There's a kick on him. There's a shove in the back now on Grealish, who laughs it off. Can't believe it, I don't think, that they just target him in this way. Akanji. That's a terrible ball by Akanji. Strout just lumps it away. Panics. Grealish on Greenwood. Puts his back in on him. Ake with a bit of a push on Aronson. Christensen. Good pressing from Ilkay Gundogan. Kosh against Grealish. Leeds managed to get the ball back. Rocker plays the ball in behind straight away, all the way through to Stones, and City back in possession. Adjin just does anything related with football. Good to see you guys talking amongst yourself in the comments as well. That's great to see. Building the community here for the We Are City channel. And that is the intention anyway. Manuel Akanji for Manchester City. Rodri. Rodri brings the ball forward. Back to Akanji. City really are probing, pressing their way. Trying to find that option through Leeds United. Rodri. Okay. On to Grealish. Late one on Grealish there. Nearly takes his shins off. Luckily, Greenwood's nowhere near him. Haaland pressing. Greenwood and Leeds are going to have to go back to the keeper here. No, they don't. Christensen, good play. A good pressing by Gundogan behind for throwing for Leeds. Well, City look like they're struggling here to find their way through Leeds United. They really do. There's a camera here on top of the goal. Kyle Walker's pulled it off. Don't know what he's doing here, Kyle Walker, but he's took a camera down from above him. Maybe it has a microphone on it. Kyle Walker doesn't want people to hear what he's on about. Gundogan, a little push on the Leeds player here. Referee says free kick for Mark Rocker. Well, Leeds United fans are happy with that one. And I do think it is a free kick, but it's no different to what's happened to Jack Grealish. So City now have to defend the free kick, and Leeds United have took it 10 or 15 yards further forward here. And they continue to. Not where the free kick was given. Mark Rocker over this one, the Spaniard. City playing a very, very high line here. Let's hope it doesn't cause a problem. Ref should have booked the next lot of fouls, and for Grealish of player protection, he won't do. He'll let them kick Grealish all game. And a free kick for Manchester City, a foul on John Stones here. Pascal Struijk pushes him down. I think it's Darren England is the referee there, but immediately bought into that one. Well, there's nothing in that. Absolutely nothing in that. Stones, that's a dive. Chris says, thinks City need to play a little bit more of a longer ball and look for the runs for Haaland. Yeah, I mean, in the first minute of the game, didn't they? Chris, City played that ball in, Nathan Ake over to Haaland. That caused a big problem. Melier made a save. Haaland maybe should have done better, could have done better. But City had that chance. I think the only issue is with going more in behind is City can't do it at the moment because Leeds are a bit deep. If you saw the first few minutes of the game, Leeds were pressing City very highly. Since City played that ball behind to Haaland, Leeds feel like they've dropped a couple of yards. And it's very hard to play the ball in behind to them. And behind to Haaland, who's been a bit isolated at the moment because he's got 3 or 4 Leeds players around him all the time. Rodri finds Ilkay Gundogan, a bit of space. Gundogan into Grealish. Jack Grealish. Grealish across the box. Brought like Christensen. And behind for a corner. I feel like Grealish could have put that on his right foot. Lanky fancies Haaland's chance against Struijk and Cooper. Yeah, quite right. I mean, Struijk looks a bit shaky so far. Cooper's not the quickest, is he? And neither is Robin Koch. Grealish there looking across the box for Haaland. We need some Cancelo energy or magic, you know. Yeah, Cancelo could come on and cause a problem offensively. I just think defensively, Cancelo can be a liability, especially when he's off form. The wind is absolutely flying here. The corner flag's nearly touching the ball as Kevin De Bruyne takes this corner. It's being pushed towards the ground. De Bruyne on the corner. Drilling towards the near post. It's an easy save by Melier. City have got to have a player running across the near post there. City have got to have a player running across the near post, and no one is doing it. In the end, it's a waste of a corner. Rabin Koch, I think it was, or was it Rodrigo, left it. City have got to get across the near post, really. Haaland, you'd expect the player to do that. Grealish good pressing on Christensen behind for a throw into lead. So 30 minutes gone here. And City yet to find the breakthrough. Had a few chances. I'd like an Erling Haaland hat-trick if we're going to get anything. He's captain my fantasy team, so I'd like him to score a few goals. Kevin De Bruyne a few assists as well would be fantastic. He's vice-captain. Long ball by Leeds. Akanji chests it to Ake, who just lumps it away with his right foot. De Bruyne, put it on by Rocker. Ake back forward to De Bruyne, tries to clip one through to Haaland on the outside of the boot. It picks by Ilkay Gundogan. De Bruyne, City with a chance here. De Bruyne through to Haaland, he's fouled. Erling Haaland misses his chance again. Good save by Melier. Well, Erling Haaland should score there. I think Haaland should score there. Good play by City. De Bruyne plays it through to Erling Haaland. It finds him. And he hits it straight at Melier. Well, 2 chances for Haaland today. And 2 misses. Good save by Melier with the left knee. But I do think he should score there, Erling Haaland. 2 chances today. And 2 at the keeper so far for Erling Haaland. Really think he should score. Corner for Manchester City. To be crossed in by Kevin De Bruyne. Haaland's missed 2 one-on-ones. That's unlike him. Need to lift it over the keeper, says Chris. Exactly. But that isn't... I don't think lifting it over the keeper is the sort of finish Haaland's got in his locker, actually. Gundogan with the swing in again. Falls to Riyad Mahrez on the edge of the box. Takes the touch out to Rico Lewis. Lewis clips one into Gundogan. What a ball! Header on it by Leeds, and it goes behind front of the corner. Ilkay Gundogan will take it again. Nice idea by Rico Lewis. Darwin Núñez has appeared in the form of Erling Haaland, says Lanky. Yeah, I mean, could have scored there. Gundogan with a swing in here. Akanji in there. Head away by Leeds. Rico Lewis. Bad clearance. But Leeds is even worse. Straight to Rodri. Mahrez. The left foot. Lifts one in. Jack Grealish at the far post. Missed the sitter. Jack Grealish missed the sitter at the far post here. Nice ball in by Mahrez. Grealish is a mile onside. Just throws the outside of his boot at it. He's gone with the wrong foot maybe. And lifts it up and over the bar, Jack Grealish. Should score, doesn't score. Red-Eye says, I show speed as more shots than target. And Lanky says, thoughts on Gakpo signing? Very good for Liverpool. Very, very good signing. Very good signing. In the mould of Leroy Sané. And Leeds on the counter here, Aronson. Wide to Gonto. City are caught out. Gonto on this left-hand side. Gonto. Through the legs of Stones, and Rico Lewis clears it away. Gonto picks it back up. Into Strauch. Forshaw. Rocker. Gonto again on this left-hand side. Going at Stones. Beats Stones. Doesn't beat Rodri. Rico Lewis clears it away because Stones leaves it. Another throw-in for Leeds. And the Leeds fans right behind them now. Asteroid Meteor says it's going to be one of those games, isn't it? It could be Meteor. I mean, Haaland could have had 2 already. And he hasn't done. And De Bruyne would have had 2 assists as well. Throwing for Leeds United, taken by Pascal Strauch. I think he's going to go for a long throw in here because Robin Koch has made his way into the box here from centre-back. But it does mean City have that opportunity to counter-attack here if they can pick up the ball. Thrown in by Strauch. Towards Koch, who knocks it on. Falls to Gonto! And Gonto strikes it an absolute mile over the bar. Lanky says with Haaland there's always a chance. That's very true. But at the moment, he doesn't look on form, Erling Haaland. 2 missed chances on 2 one-on-ones, which is unlike him. Very unlike him. On Wednesday the 15th of February, a big one on Prime Video. It is Manchester City versus Arsenal. Away at the Emirates. That's a big one in City's season, isn't it? We've got to beat Arsenal, really. We've got to win the games around them as well. It doesn't matter if you beat Arsenal but lose to everyone else, does it? Stones, De Bruyne. Back he goes to Ederson. Ake in space on his left-hand side. Ederson out to Nathan Ake. Ake. Akanji. Akanji into De Bruyne. Given away by Kevin De Bruyne. Strauch intercepts. Rodri picks it back up. A lift over the top by Rodri to Grealish. Christensen will beat him to it and nods it out for a throw-in. Haaland is missing his chance on purpose because he's born in Leeds and he can change mind if he scores. Is Alvarez on the bench? He's not on the bench, Red-Eye. Alvarez is not even back with the team training yet. He's still on the lash. Still on the celebrations with Argentina. Nathan Ake. Rodri. Rico Lewis. Nice pocket space. He's found Lewis in here. A challenge on him by Rocker, which is big. And Lewis goes and makes another challenge back. Kevin De Bruyne. Lewis. Back out to Riyad Mahrez. Well played, Rico Lewis. De Bruyne on the overlap here. Mahrez. Oh, good ball through to Ilkay Gundogan. Can't beat Meslier again. Another good save of the goalkeeper. Strauch underneath it. Poor clearance. De Bruyne nods it back into the box and through to Meslier, who's made 3 very good saves so far. Again, Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, this is a one by Mahrez. Finds Ilkay Gundogan in the channel. Tries to chip it over Meslier straight at him. But City have had 3 good chances here and 3 very good saves by the Frenchman in goal. Very good saves. Red-Eye misses the best striker when he says Aguero. Yeah, we haven't really got that anymore, have we? Suppose we can shout Erling Haaland instead. Adrian says maybe it's recency bias, but he thinks Alvarez is a big upgrade on Jesus. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think he's recency bias. Lanky surprise Verratti hasn't gone to City. He's agreed his contract at PSG. I don't think Verratti's a very ambitious player from what I know, Lanky. And from what I also know in Marco Verratti, I don't think... He might be a pet player on the field, but he's certainly not a pet player off the field. I think he does a lot of things that Pep Guardiola would be very unhappy with, Marco Verratti. Akanji. Late one and Akanji by Rodrigo. Stones. De Bruyne, City play advantage. Rico Lewis, Akanji still limping. Lewis tries to switch the play straight into the back of the head of Mark Rocker. Gonto. Good turn by Forshaw, who slips and fouls Mahrez. And City get the ball back. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Still. Could pass it into Grealish. Jack Grealish! Blocked by Christensen. Can't get the shot on target. Nathan Ake. Wide to De Bruyne. Haaland in there. De Bruyne, bad cross. Strout clips it away. Across to Manuel Akanji, who seems to be okay from that late challenge. Ridai would like James Maddison at Manchester City. Yeah, he's a good player, Maddison. Kevin De Bruyne is far left-hand side again. De Bruyne takes it past Greenwood, who makes a good challenge on Kevin De Bruyne. Greenwood clears it away and straight out for a throw-in in the City half. Leeds United just can't get out. MK says, come on, City. Adjin says, Verratti's in PSG when I started watching football and still is. Yeah, I think he was at Sampdoria, was he? When I first saw him. Pescara or someone like that. I think he's wasted his career. I think he should have gone to a more competitive league, but that's just my opinion. But he's not a player that I think off the field Pep Guardiola would be happy with at all. I think, you know, if he's not happy with Calvin Phillips being a little bit overweight, I think Verratti certainly comes into that category. Here is Rodri. Nathan Ake for Manchester City. City, all the ball. But no goals to show so far. Grealish, late one by Rodrigo on Grealish. Carries on going. Akanji. Stones. Lanky says we need a quick player that we haven't replaced in Sterling. Yeah, I agree with you there. We've got no... I think Haaland, to an extent... Well, Mahrez, the poor pass. Really poor pass. Leeds in the counter it. City do need a quick player. I expect them to City to sign a winger. I think that's on the list, certainly. Been linked with lots of wingers, haven't we? Here is Strout. Gonto. Leeds didn't attack quite as quickly as expected. Gonto at his left-hand side. One-on-way Rico Lewis. Gonto up against Lewis. Lewis stays with him. He pulls it back to the edge of the box. And it's straight to Ilkay Gundogan. No one there. No one running in for Leeds United at all. And Rodrigo seems to be the furthest man forward now. Kevin De Bruyne. City come the other way. De Bruyne is telling Rico Lewis to get forward for his side and help him out in the attacking phase there. Rodrigo. Nathan Ake. Out to Jack Grealish. Ake makes a run forward. Grealish. Ake creates space for Grealish. Still Grealish here. Again running, drifting in for that left-hand side. Leeds blocking everything at the moment, says Chris. It's annoying, yeah. Leeds are just finding the way. Cooper with the foul on Riyad Mahrez here. It's a free kick to Manchester City again. Cooper can't believe it, but the linesman saw it. He was the nearest to it. Leeds are playing well so far, I think. Defensively, anyway. Attacking, I think they've been poor. They've done some pretty good defending so far. They just can't find that way through Manchester City, can they? They're just playing that long ball and getting it out. Grealish is clearing off his studs here. Maybe that is why he missed that sitter. De Bruyne and Mahrez over this free kick for City. Mahrez is ripping up the grass and seeing which way the wind's going. City have got Rodri, Stones, Haaland, Ake, Akanji in the box. All the big boys. Kevin De Bruyne over this one. Mahrez is telling his players to stay more on side or telling Ilkay Gundogan to stay on the edge of the box. Kevin De Bruyne. It's the edge of the box to Jack Grealish! And he gets it absolutely all wrong. And puts it into the stands. Terrible from Grealish. Good ball in by De Bruyne. Oh, Grealish is just going to put his foot through that, hasn't he? Leans back completely and sends it a mile over the bar. And Erling Haaland, I mean, you can see his frustration. Hands in the air. Can't believe Grealish has done so poorly with that one. Lanky says, Odegaard reminds me of David Silva. Well, yeah, I think Pep Guardiola had also said that when he was at Bayern Munich. I think there was a quote out somewhere. He wanted him at Bayern Munich, but couldn't get him ahead of Real Madrid. Good tackle by Mahrez. Rodri wins it back for City and back to Stones. City start again. A Akanji moment in the 89th minute, like company, says Ridai. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Akanji can shoot, though, at all. Can we follow We Are City Club? I don't know the name, sorry. Lanky goalkeeper, Ridai midfielder, right back, other places. Pack of our friends, what do you think, guys? I mean, that would be unreal, wouldn't it? Imagine if we had a We Are City football team, FC. I'd have to play in the creative midfield role. That's sort of my position. Here is. Are we playing 2-3-8 or are we playing a 4-2-3-1? You guys let us know. Meslier for Leeds United here. Leeds have forced back the press in the City. He's a very good goalkeeper, Meslier, and that's a great Nearly a great pass out, but Stones is there again. Another late one on Mahrez. Referee says no free kick. Cooper there, aggressive. Aronson takes it, tries to turn. Rodri with him. Aronson just jumps on the ball. The referee gives a free kick and Rodri just looks at him. Surprised. Company's irreplaceable, says Ajin. Yeah, certainly. And I think we're saying Company has been replaced by Manuel Akanji. I don't think Akanji is Vincent Company. Company was dominant in pretty much everything. I don't think Akanji quite is that player. Ball out here to Christensen. Not into the box here. Rodrigo gets there. Can't keep it in, can he? He does do. Manuel Akanji gets it. It's gone out for a goal kick anyway. Well, the referee said play on. The linesman said offside. And Manuel Akanji and Nathan Aki very unhappy with the linesman, the referee there, who couldn't make a decision. I don't know if he's gone out or it's offside. Chris will be the sports psychologist. Well, I'm not very good at penalties, Chris, so if I'm taking them for the team, you'll be talking to me after every game. Let's have a vote in formation, says Radai. Or maybe that's the thing. Maybe we could make a video on that, you guys. Maybe we could make a video on that. I think that'd be an interesting video, wouldn't it? Mahrez, De Bruyne. Out wide to Grealish, and acres of space here. Come on, Jack, let's see something. Grealish cuts inside his right foot. Grealish. Ball into Mahrez. What a ball! Mahrez puts it wide. What a ball. MK is going to be the referee. I sense you might be a little bit biased, but I suppose it doesn't matter to us because you're on our side. Great play from Grealish here. Clips it through to Riyad Mahrez. What a ball. Terrible finish by Mahrez. Great ball by Grealish, by the way. Waste of space, Mahrez, with that finish. Puts it wide of the post. Drags it right in front of the goal. He's like a yard out there, Mahrez, and he misses it. Rico Lewis loses the header. Stones knocks it back forward. He could have left that. Could have left that, Stones. Rudai likes a 4-2-3-1. Mahrez fluffs another chance for City. Is indeed looking like one of them nights, says Chris. Yeah. Get Mahrez off. Cooper. Back to Melier. Well, it's nearly half time here, and City should be 3 or 4-0 up. Ake wins the header, does he know, against Christensen. The throw into City. Don't particularly like Jesse Marsh. I think he's a bit full on, mate. Here's Rodri from Manchester City. Rodri plays it out wide to John Stones. Come on now, City. Let's get that goal before half time. That'll change the Leeds United team talk, won't it? Stones. Driving forward here, Stones. No options. Gonto makes a tackle. Throwing for City. Mahrez offered nothing there to Stones. Create a club, says Ridai on FIFA. Yeah, I mean, that is an option, Ridai. I've actually thought about that before, and I think maybe when the City career mode finishes, that will be the next career mode. A create a club career mode with We Are City. And you guys can become part of the club. I think that's a good idea, isn't it? Kanji, Lewis, Rodri. Good play by City. De Bruyne. Here's Rico Lewis driving forward for City. Rico Lewis plays it out wide to Riyad Mahrez. No, he keeps it. Rico Lewis pulls it back to the edge of the box. He maybe should have put that across the front of the goalkeeper there. Here's Gonzo and Leeds United counter. Well, it's the first time City have looked a little bit more creative. It's a shocking ball by Leeds again forward. And Akanji deals with it. Come on, City. I mean, De Bruyne is saying to Akanji, bring that ball forward. Attack the opposition. De Bruyne, what a clip round the back to Rico Lewis. Lewis here. Lewis still. Into Grealish. Oh, he's missed another sitter, Jack Grealish. What a miss by Grealish. He's terrible. He's absolutely terrible. De Bruyne, a little clip round the outside. Onto Rico Lewis, who does everything right here. A shimmy of the shoulders. Around past Cooper. Pulls it back to Grealish, who's got an absolute tapper on the... Absolute tapping on the penalty spot. And he puts it over the bar. I can't say what I think of Jack Grealish right now. But it starts with the word... The word starts with S and ends with T. Because that's exactly what he is. Phone on second half, says Chris. Yeah, but who do you take off? Grealish or Mahrez? Arjun says petition for Ridai's idea. Don't worry, guys. I think Ridai's idea it will be coming. Will be coming. Like he said, I'll have to send you my Instagram so you can get in my face scanning. Can you do that? I didn't know you could even do that. City have had 14 attempts, 3 on target. Leeds have had 1 and none on target. And we haven't scored. Gundogan into Kevin De Bruyne. City counter here. 1 added minute. 20 seconds remain. Kevin De Bruyne. Edge of the box to Rodri. Rodri out to Riyad Mahrez. Saved. Rodri on the rebound. And Manchester City score. And you're all wrong who were voting. Because it's Rodri who scored for Manchester City. And City take the lead just before half time. City take the lead just before half-time. Meslier makes a save and it falls to Rodri. Great goal. Great goal. Great goal from City. Isaac says, how many more chances are we going to miss? They're not even on target. We need to get these chances to Haaland. Well, there we are. We're not missing any more. Finally, it's about time, says Astro Meteor. Chris says, at last, goalkeeper is good, says Adrian. Yeah, I mean, that was a good save. That was a good save by Meslier on Mahrez and Rodri. I mean, Rodri makes the pass to Mahrez and he continues his run. Does Rodri, like a striker, really. And he pounces on the mistake by Meslier, who nearly saves it. It bobbles under the arm of Meslier. And it's into the back of the net. And Erling Haaland celebrates. Manchester City celebrate. It's Rodri who's given the lead just before half-time here. City 1, Leeds 0, and that completely turns the team talk for Leeds, who go forward straight away, and Rodri back to Edison, and that is half-time. Manchester City 1, Leeds United 0 at half-time. Rodri, the best defensive midfielder in the world, is Adjin. Yeah, quite right. They were talking about Casemiro. Well, forget Casemiro, because Rodri has been the man. City going 1-0 up, and it's more than deserved, isn't it? It should be more goals, really. City just haven't found that way through. But we did there through the professor of CDM and economics. He's got a business study degree as well, hasn't he? Rodri Beast. City 1, Leeds United. Excuse me. 0. Good start, really, from City, and a good end by City. City are in front, and that is big because we've struggled. And if we hadn't got that goal before half time, it might feel like one of those games. Leeds United in the second half have got to come out more, haven't they? Leeds have got to come out more. And Leeds United coming out more comes with Chris's idea then of playing the ball in behind the Leeds United defence towards Erling Haaland, who will bully Cooper, Kosh, Strauch and Christensen. At least got the goal before half time, says Linda. Quite right. Hex is an Aston Villa fan. I think 60 million. We should try and get Grealish for since he wants out. I don't know if Grealish wants out. I think he wants to make it, but it's such a shame that, I mean, he should have scored 2 goals today. Linda says Grealish should have had 3, yeah. He's missed a few. Yeah, he should have had 3, actually. He should have had 3. He's missed 3 clear chances, Jack Grealish. Could have been a hat-trick, and I'm glad I took him out of my fantasy league team, because if he was in there and he scored them 3 goals, I wasn't in there, I'd be very disappointed. So, Manchester City 1, Leeds United 0 at half-time. I'm going to have a little short break, get a snack, get a drink. I'll be back for the second half. You guys keep talking amongst yourself. You guys need to figure out in the comments, by the way, if we are going to do this We Are City career mode about, the club and starting the lower leagues and working it up into the Premier League, what rating would your player be? That is something we need to look at. What sort of position would your player be? What position are we playing? And so on. Hex says he said he wants out. Well, I don't know if you know him personally, but from what I know, I don't think he has said he wants out. But if you know Jack Grealish personally, he's told you something that no one else knows, then maybe. Adrian says their players have created one club. I feel like Grealish is for Palace. Villa and Zaha for Palace. Yeah, I mean, Zaha's wanted out of Palace for a long time, hasn't he? I mean, Grealish probably wouldn't have scored them chances for Aston Villa either. Hex says it's on the news. Well, it's news to me. Ridai says, guys, now, I'm so happy City's leading, but I'm also happy about the career mode. Yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it? We'll be right back after this short break over half-time. So for City versus Leeds. Second half, we hopefully City keep in the lead and get a little bit closer to Arsenal.
the same. Yeah. For my broken heart, no remedy. But maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good.
I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand am I putting, put two in your man if your man can.
Hello, welcome back to the second half of Manchester City versus Leeds here, covering on the We Are City channel. You guys have been talking amongst yourself in the comments, and you guys got some really, really good ideas. Honestly, some really, really good ideas, I have to say. Like you guys are saying here, I mean, I'm going to go through, I've been looking through your comments and I come back here just to see what you guys are saying about this career mode that we could do after the City one. We need to do a poll in the community thread on the formations and things. Exactly. Agree with that. Excuse me. Straight away, we need to see who would be interested in the club and polls. We should do it based off viewer participation and stuff, says Lanky. Yeah, very true. I think if you're part of the We Are City membership club, you should get a much better play and you should play a much bigger role, shouldn't you? Perhaps in the team. That is also agreed. You guys are coming up with some pretty funny stuff. I like that Ajin said that he's going to vote for himself as player of the season if we put out the end of the season vote, which is quite good. I imagine getting injured for like months in the first season, yeah. So there's also people saying perhaps a Discord. Discord seems like a good idea as well. These are all really good ideas. I have to say thank you to you guys, and I'll start planning it out very early. Of course, the We Are City, Manchester City career mode, I expect to go for maybe 6, 7 seasons, perhaps, maybe 8 seasons. I think 8 seasons is probably the maximum we can go with it. Excuse me. Need a drink here, don't I? I think about 6 or 7 seasons. Maybe a little bit more. And then if we were to then decide what to do after that, I think this career mode idea is a really good one. We'd obviously have to start planning it very, very early. And if we had a Discord, then it would allow you guys to then, you know, sort of give me what you want your player to look like. You can describe them to me and things like that, and maybe it's a possibility, certainly. So thank you very much. I like the idea. 15 is the max, so very tight, isn't it? Very tight on the players you can have. So I mean, you think we've got what 4,000 plus subscribers on the channel? It's going to be very difficult to narrow that down, isn't it? Obviously you guys are very much involved at the moment, and you guys come up with the idea, so surely, is it first come, first serve? I don't know how we're going to do it, but it's certainly a good idea, and I do really like it. So thank you very much, guys, for suggesting it. Thank you, Ridai, actually, for coming in with it. I have thought of it before. I wasn't sure how it'd work because the only problem is with it, I'll tell you what the problem is. You know, for the people that aren't involved in the series, they're not going to watch it, are they? That is the only issue, and then you're appealing to only 15 people that are in the career mode. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to decide what to do, unless maybe we could create a load of players that then could be signed over it as well. It's hard to know what to do. Finish it when Pep leaves as your manager, says Lanky. Pep is manager is Pep. Yeah, well, actually, we're going to go a bit further than Pep. I think we're going to go Pep for I don't know how many seasons, and then we're going to go another manager for maybe a few seasons as well. Maybe 3 seasons with another manager, and that will finish off the career mode. I think 3 seasons with a new manager. Anytime the suggestions is Radai. Thank you very much, Radai. So, Manchester City versus Leeds United. Second half is about to kick off. Rodrigo over it. Leeds will kick off from the centre circle. Of course they will. They will attack towards the left-hand side of the field now. The ball wasn't even on the centre circle there, oddly. The referee's got away with that one. Second half underway, and City are pressing immediately. And Riyad Mahrez chased down. Pascal strike. Meslier. Sent long. Dealt with by Rodri. Back to Struijk. And out to Gonzo on this left-hand side. Nice flicking to Struijk by Gonzo. And it's a free kick for a foul on Gonzo by Rico Lewis, who seemed like he was unaware of that foul. Gonzo just seemed to go into him. Kyle Walker's gone getting the coffee now for the team. And he brings back a coffee for himself, does he? Kyle Walker, a bit late to come out into the second half. He must be cold on that bench. Not a player who's used to really being on the bench, is he, Kyle Walker? Maybe City don't want to rush him back, perhaps like England did from his injury. Here is Gonzo. Good play into Aronson. Roger, a little push and a pull on Aronson there. Tries to slow him down. Aronson, great pass into Rodrigo. It's Greenwood. Out to Rodrigo on this left-hand side. Leeds with a good chance here at the start of the second half. Already a lot better from Leeds. 4 short. And Rodri lumps it away for City. Haaland chases. Meslier will get there. And Meslier sends it back towards Rodri, who lumps it back forward to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne, can he get there? He can do, and he just can't keep it in, De Bruyne. And he puts it behind for a goal kick. Just couldn't keep that one in. Didn't have the pace to get on the end of it. The camera is on the City bench. And Kyle Walker... it must be something to do with Amazon Prime. So they've put a camera on the City bench to actually look at what the players are saying to each other. And Kyle Walker's the one who keeps moving it. At half-time they came and fixed it. Kyle Walker's moving it again. And behind 4. A throw in here. They don't want Amazon to know what they're saying. What do you think Pep said at half-time, says Lanky? Well, I think he'd said, put the ball in the net. I don't think City played badly in the first half. Just very wasteful. Very, very wasteful. Jack Grealish is the number 1, but I have to say Ilkay Gundogan's missed chances today. Erling Haaland's missed 2 chances as well. We can't go in purely on Jack Grealish. Although I think the best chances did fall to him. Well, you can do just write people at the comment in your videos, but firstly channel members, then you can conclude how much people there be, says Adrian. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to foul on Jack Grealish again here. Kick on the shins of Jack Grealish, who has the very small shin pads on. So he will have felt that one, and I think he did feel that one, Jack Grealish. Christensen very late on Grealish. And I don't know how Christensen's complaining there, because he's just cleaned Grealish out. It's a foul, says the ref. Christensen says, no, it's not. I didn't touch him. And the ref said to him very clearly, it's a foul. Free kick for City. Nathan Ake over it. Just plays it short, is it? Plays it short. So Leeds have got in position for a long ball. And City have just played it short. And that disrupts Leeds slightly, doesn't it? Grealish. Against Christensen again. Rico Lewis. Wide right to Mahrez. Lewis again. Mahrez once more. And Rodri goes back to John Stones. City had a chance there. Gonzo's out on the right now. Aaron's on the left. I think it's because of that free kick Gonzo came across to mark them. Ake. Grealish. Back to Ake. Nathan Ake drives forward. Ake. Well played into Gundogan. Does he know? Oh, Gundogan beats Kosh to it. Well played, Gundogan. Back to Nathan Ake. Clips her into Erling Haaland. It's a bad cross by Ake. Into the hands of goalkeeper Meslier. Maybe we can start in a low tier in England. With the goal of just winning the Champions League at the end of the season. And Rudai can be captain. As it's his idea, says Adrian. Yeah, that's a good idea. Here's Meslier. What we might do, guys, is do a little live stream later on where we can discuss it all and see what we want to do. I think that's a very good idea, isn't it? Rodri. Ake. Ake into De Bruyne. Ake into Nathan Ake. Who clearly isn't a forward-thinking player. I mean, his cross into the guy there was terrible. Team vote, says Redeye for the captain. That's a good idea. Am I manager or am I playing? Ake. Back he goes to Edison. Akanji. Into Rodri. Rodri out to John Stones here. Gonzo quickly to close him down, and Stones first time into Akanji. Rico Lewis under pressure. Passes into Ilkay Gundogan. He's fouled Lewis, but City play on. And City have got a chance here. Riyad Mahrez now. One-on-one with Kosh. He skips inside Kosh. Does he? No. Great defending by Cooper. Sliding challenge and wins it. Then Mahrez goes and fouls Gonzo. The referee gives a free kick. Mahrez laughs about it. Can't believe it. Doesn't quite understand the decision, but I did think it was a free kick. Gonzo here. Runs across Mahrez, who just comes... I mean, Gonzo, as soon as he feels the touch there, he's going to go down. That's what everyone does, don't they, these days? So, Liam Cooper to take the free kick. Jesse Marsh is saying to his team he wants a knock on here. Stones wins the header from Rodrigo. And Rodri lumps it forward. Strauch. Calmly done against Riyad Mahrez. Kosh, he's been run by Jack Grealish. And here's Grealish of Manchester City. Pass it to Erling Haaland with a tap in. Erling Haaland scores. Wonderful from Grealish. Absolutely wonderful from Grealish. Worked so hard to get that. And Erling Haaland scores. Well, I took Grealish out of my fantasy team. I replaced him with De Bruyne, who's not going to assist. I think in the long run it'll help me. But I have got Erling Haaland captained. Good finish it. Grealish here. Kosh does not expect the pass, and Grealish works so hard to get in the end of it, and he's away. And then Kosh into Haaland. Haaland so calm. Just taps it in, Haaland. 2-0 Manchester City. Brilliant from Grealish. Brilliant from Jack Grealish. Brilliant. Really is. Into Haaland. And Haaland with a tap in. Grealish worked so hard there to win that. Haaland couldn't miss, could he really? Kosh was close to him and he slowed down. Hashtag Meteor says my prediction is slowly starting to age like fine wine. You could be right. City are starting to pull away now, aren't they? Certainly. From Leeds. 2-0. Brilliant goal. Well worked, Jack Grealish. Well done, Jack Grealish. You know, after a first half of missing chances, he chased that down and he won it well. Jesse Marsh is watching the goal. I don't know why. The linesman's, I think, speaker or microphone has run out of power. So they're taking some time to redo that. Well, Haaland just got me 10 points there. Glad Grealish passed it to Haaland because he could have otherwise put it in row Z, yeah. Ajin said 3-0, Lanky said 4-1, so come on Leeds. Yeah, I mean, would you want a Leeds goal? If it's going to be a Leeds goal, it's got to be Gonzo because he's in my fantasy team. I'd like a clean sheet. I don't think I have City defenders in my team. I actually took my City defenders out. Van Dijk, Saliba and Trippier. Trippier's doing very well for me. Hex says Haaland. Haaland, he's a blue just like his dad. Now he's at the Etihad. The Kanji for Manchester City are full control this now. Isaac's gone for a 3-1 for City. Now he said a 3-1, so some of your predictions may come right. If your prediction comes right, make sure you tell me at the end of the game, because I can't always remember them all. Make sure you tell me that you were right. Congratulations, you've done very well. Nathan Ake back to Edison. City certainly got more control this now. Leeds looking like they're going to struggle to get back into this game. Going to have to pull off something, aren't they? Rodri back to Akanji. I said 5-0 City, but so slow. If Grealish got his chance, he would be... Yeah, I mean, if Grealish could have had a hat-trick, couldn't he, in that first half? Akanji. Stones. De Bruyne. Into Rico Lewis. Beaten to it by Strauch. Pep says to his players, get back, get back, get back. Gonzo. Good tackle by De Bruyne on Gonzo. Wasn't the best of passes by Kevin De Bruyne to Rico Lewis. Strauch, he's going to take this one. Played at left back today for Leeds United. Cooper into Strauch. Rodri with a good right foot in. Aronson beats Rodri to it. De Bruyne off Aronson. It's a throw-in for Manchester City. Referee says it's still in play. Well, it wasn't done. It had gone out. Clearly gone out. Gonzo. Little nutmeg on Rodri. Gonzo. Pass Gundogan. Gonzo with a hit here and a block by Stones. Deflects to Christensen, the fullback. Onto his left foot, Christensen, and blocked by Ilkay Gundogan, falls to Haaland, into Ilkay Gundogan. Haaland's fouled late off the ball here. Gundogan plays a long ball to Kevin De Bruyne, who won't get there ahead of Cooper. Where's the advantage, Manchester City? And he's not there. Late one by Cooper on Erling Haaland, who's felt that one. And he limps away. Heinz says once he predicted 8 out of 10 results right. Well done. Isaac says he needs one more goal from City and a goal from Leeds, and we've got the 3-1 score right. Gonzo, on this left-hand side, he's looking lively. Aronson, nutmeg on Rodri again, second. Aronson with a hit, and he gets right underneath it, Brendan Aronson, and sends it right into the stands. Really bad from Aronson, after a nice bit of play. Rodri's second nutmeg in a row, but he can't put it in the back of the net, can Aronson. Really poor finish. But Gonzo, lovely footwork a few times. The shot might have been going in, but John Stones was there to stop it. And a good block. Well, the Leeds fans are still rocking despite being 2-0 down, as you expect from them. Kanji into Ake. Grealish. And a foul on Jack Grealish by Mark Rocker. Late one. Another late one on Grealish. Throws his leg across Grealish and makes sure he fouls him, makes sure he takes him down. You should remove the question because Rodri scored first, quite right. The ball is over, isn't it? City on 35 points for win here. 5 points off Arsenal. Mahrez. Past Strauch, is he? No. Strauch makes a mistake. De Bruyne. Can't get there. Good spin by Rocker. Here's Forshaw. Rocker, who pushed his own teammate over there. Strauch. And good pressing by Riyad Mahrez. City maybe should have made more of that. Leeds is a type of team that can sometimes... Sometimes you can beat them 7-0 easy like last season. Yeah, they're very open at the back, aren't they? Whoever shines in the first We Are City career mode, that will they get the chance. The next Man City career, so we allow the others to get chosen. Now, as most on the bench to play. Nexus, to be honest, Edison's getting worse and worse. It's the defence that makes him look good. Well, I don't know. He made a good save for Brazil, didn't he, Ederson? But I agree. I'm not the biggest fan of Ederson at the moment. I haven't been for the last 2 seasons. Nathan Ake for Manchester City on this left-hand side. City, again, playing that back three of Ake, Akanji and Stones. Ake. Gundogan. Turns right into trouble to Christensen, but he beats him. Into Grealish. Back to Gundogan. It's a bad pass by Gundogan. Gives it straight to Forshaw on the counter for Leeds. Terrible from the captain. Greenwood. Rodrigo. Forshaw. Looking to find a way through. Christensen, he's going to go back, but really bad pass. Chris would like to see Foden on for Mahrez. I think that'd be a good substitution. Crossing by Christensen, dealt with by Akanji. Rodri away to Mahrez. Under pressure from Strauk, who tackles him. Mahrez keeps it. He's done well there, Mahrez. Into Ake. Grealish. Clips one into Gundogan. On the chest of Gundogan. Into Haaland, is he? Gundogan. Oh, it's a late one on Gundogan. De Bruyne is offside here. It's got to be a free kick though for the foul on Ilkay Gundogan, surely. It's got to be a foul, that one. On Ilkay Gundogan, referee thinks not. Free kick given for the offside against Manchester City and Leeds play on. Gonto. Back he goes. Haaland in there on Forshaw. Strauk. Jesse Marsh, a little shine off the watch there of Marsh on the sidelines. Rodri, foul on Aronson. And a free kick to Leeds. And Aronson looks at Rodri as if Rodri's done something really bad. And I think what I would say is that we've seen tackles like that on Grealish for a long time. Rodri there just puts his leg across. Mark Rocker sends one into the box for Leeds. It's not a bad one, actually. It's a good ball to attack and all the way through to Stones. It was Kosh who got his head on it. Edison's looking already for options. Can he look for Haaland? Can he look for Kevin De Bruyne in the end? He decides to calm the game down, Edison in the blue today. Just roll it out to Manuel Akanji in his own box. Akanji. Edison. Ake. Rodrigo. Back he goes to Edison again. Edison pumps it long and all the way out for a throw into Leeds. That's a poor one from Edison. Leeds looking to take the throw in quickly in the end. Every man is marked. They're going to have to go back to Robin Kosh here, and they do. Instruction from Adam Forshaw there in the middle, telling them to go back. Here's Gonto. Pressure from Rico Lewis, who's won it back. Lewis, 2 foot by Kosh, but City have it. Rodri out to Ake. Well, Lewis has done a really good job today. Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester City. Found a bit of pocket space in De Bruyne. Into Haaland. Round the corner to Ilkay. Gundogan, who's absolutely fluffed these lines again, Ilkay Gundogan. I tell you what, don't call Jack Grealish because Ilkay Gundogan's no better. Brilliant from De Bruyne and Haaland, and Ilkay Gundogan misses a sitter. Haaland round the corner to Gundogan. Oh, he can't control the ball, Gundogan. He actually doesn't miss it. It's a tackle by the Leeds player. It's a tackle by Christensen. It's a corner for City, but he should have done better. Haaland would have got an assist. Riyad Mahrez in the corner here. Mahrez waiting for options. Crosses it in, header to the far post. Haaland is there, cleared away. Jack Grealish it falls to. Grealish. Terrible cross. Straight to Gonto. And Aronson can lead a counter here. Gundogan can win it back. Good win back by Ilkay Gundogan. Referee gives a free kick. I don't know what for. Aronson's down rolling about. Brilliant by Haaland. Terrible by Ilkay, says Chris. Fluffed these lines, didn't the Ilkay Gundogan there. Oh, Aronson. Manuel Akanji brushes his shin. And the American goes down. So free kick to Leeds United. Takes a sting out for him. Harrison limps off. I mean, I think Manuel Akanji must have brushed him, if anything. Strauk. Long ball with the left foot forwards. It's a nice one actually into Rodrigo. Just can't control it. Okay, going back to Akanji. And out to Nathan Ake and City. Deal with it really, really well. Okay, Akanji. I think City will sit back a little bit now. With the ball, of course. Not like you'd see maybe Leeds or someone like that do. City will sit back and just pass the ball and keep possession. But if I were City, you need to be looking for that 3rd and 4th goal. Here is Manuel Akanji. Rico Lewis. John Stones. Akanji. Nathan Ake. Looking forward, Ake. Gundogan. Rodri. Lewis. Good play by City. And then through the back of Rico Lewis comes 4 short, which they're not happy with. And where's the advantage referee? Lewis Akanji gives it away. Lewis fouls Gonzo, and then Lewis says to the referee, well, what about the foul on me? What about the foul on me? Yellow card for Rico Lewis, who does foul Gonzo, but I don't know why he's not a foul on Lewis before that. Isaac says in 2019, City scored 5 goals against Watford in the first 20 minutes. I mean, that was a brilliant record. Lanky says we won 8-0, didn't we? So, 2-0 City, free kick to Leeds in a good position. Can Leeds get back into this game and pull one back here? It's a good position. Sam Greenwood, who is a free kick specialist, and was in the youth team for Leeds United. The referee gives 4 short talking to. Well, he allowed him to foul Lewis and didn't give a free kick, and City got no advantage from it, so I don't understand it. Greenwood over it. Edison is shouting and barking instructions at his defence here. Sam Greenwood. Chance to score a goal in a big game here for the young man. Can he do it? Mark Rocker also over it. Could he hit this one? Could Adam Forshaw. 3 Leeds players in contention, but I know Greenwood had taken free kicks, a lot of them for Leeds United's youth team, and scored some pretty good ones. Is this going to be another one? Sam Greenwood steps up into the wall, headed away by Erling Haaland. And Ake beats Christensen to it. And Ake sends it long. It's a terrible pass by Ake. Rodri beats Kosh to it. Gundogan. Kevin De Bruyne. Head up Kevin De Bruyne. Sees the options. Erling Haaland's running off him. De Bruyne wide to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez. Can he beat Kosh? Can he beat Strauch? He has to go back. De Bruyne. Rodri. Back into Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. Into Haaland. Haaland into Jack Grealish. Grealish back to Erling Haaland. It's 3-0 Manchester City. And Haaland's got another one. And it's another assist for Jack Grealish, who pulls it back and finds Erling Haaland 3-0. That is, what, 20-odd Premier League goals for Erling Haaland now? 20 Premier League goals, I think, for Erling Haaland. He unties his hair. And unleashes the full Viking. Rodri finds De Bruyne a pocket of space. Gontov's got to be more away there. De Bruyne into Haaland, who plays it out to Grealish and selfishly pulls it back. I mean, he's got to pull it back, hasn't he, Grealish, because he's terrible at shooting. He pulls it back to Haaland, who, on his weaker right foot, directs it goalwards, but with power. And Meslier can't stop it. And that's 3-0 Manchester City. 3-0. Haaland, he's the man from Germany, says Rudai. Well, Haaland is an absolute machine, isn't he? 20 Premier League goals now, I think, for Erling Haaland. 20 Premier League goals for Erling Haaland. What a player. What an absolutely unbelievable player. And he wants that hat-trick now, Haaland. I'm sure he wants a hat-trick at Ellen Road now. And he'll be looking to try and get that. Can he get another goal? Erling Haaland. Remember when Villa beat Liverpool 7-2, says Hex? Yeah. Did Jack Grealish get a hat-trick in that game? I remember him scoring a few goals. Lots of predictions for City to score 3 goals, says MK. Yeah, I think a few of you City fans are wishing for a Leeds goal now, aren't you? To try and get your prediction right. I'm hoping for an Erling Haaland hat-trick. Someone did predict a 5-0. You might not be far off here. Luke Ayling has come on for Christensen. And so has Klitsch as well. Rodri in the back of Ayling and a free kick to Leeds United in a good position in the right-hand channel. Near the throwing line. Not quite near the corner. I think Rodri just comes across to Ayling here to engage with him. Accidentally kicks him, he's gone over him. No, it was Watkins who had a hat-trick as Hex. Well done. Watkins, unfortunately for unfortunately for Villa fans, you are one of them. I don't think Watkins is that good of a player. I really don't. Come on, City score some more goals. 2 more goals for Red Eye's prediction. Sam Greenwood on the free kick for Leeds here. Leaves it. Rocker swings one in and Edison leaves it. And the referee says free kick, does it? Ilkay Gundogan's down holding his face here. Liam Cooper does catch Gundogan in the eye there as he runs round him. Gundogan goes down. I think he's okay, Ilkay Gundogan. I don't think there'll be anything more for this. And City are going to bring on a substitution here. It's going to be João Cancelo. I expect for Rico Lewis here after 6 minutes of football. And they're going to let Leeds United take the free kick again. Why? Why? I don't understand that. The Leeds United fan there. Making nice gestures towards the other players. Crossing again by Rocker. Same free kick. I think Edison touched it. It's behind for a corner. Tips it away from goal as Edison. João for the Fantasy Premier League. Watkins got an assist. Hat-trick, but Grealish got a hat-trick of assists, I think. Ah, okay. Remember him scoring, Grealish. He might have scored 2, Grealish. Edison does get fingers on this and tips it away. I think he could have left that. But he wasn't sure if the curl was going to take it into the back of the net. Sam Greenwood at the corner for Leeds here. Swings one in. De Bruyne away at the near post. Still could fall to a Leeds player here. City have lost it. Ayling watches it behind and it's a goal kick, or is it a corner? I think it's a goal kick. Pascal Strout can't believe it. And neither can the Leeds United fan painted like a smurf. Red Ice's Lewis has been good, no lie. He's been very good, Rico Lewis. But he's on a yellow card and I don't know why not. We'll see a replay here. It comes off Manuel Akanji's head this and goes out for a, which should be a corner. The referee has given a goal kick, which the Leeds fans will not be happy with. And off comes Rico Lewis, 18 years of age. And he's been fantastic for Manchester City today, again. And I think he's going to get a lot of football here at the club. City have got 3 right backs though, haven't they now? João Cancelo comes on at right back now. But I think Cancelo and maybe another player can battle at the left back position. Does Lewis count as a first team player now? Is he promoted, says Adjin? I don't know if they've played so many Premier League games they can't play the youth team. I don't know, but I think he still does play for the youth team because he's played in the Youth Cup a few times, Rico Lewis, this season. Chris says, credit to Leeds fans keeping the atmosphere going. Yeah, they've kept it going, and they do, don't they, Leeds? Obviously, they've got those sorts of fans, similar to the Crystal Palace, or other teams as well, that just don't stop singing all game. It's Joe Gelhardt who looks to be coming on for Leeds United here. Probably for Aronson or Greenwood or someone like that. Rodrigo, perhaps, who's been very quiet. Rodrigo for them. At least almost Stones or Akanji at right back, says Lanky. Yeah, it will always be Rico Lewis ahead of them playing there, surely. Cancelo back to Stones. Akanji. Back he goes to Edison. No, he can't do because it's been marked here. And Akanji has to send it long straight to Gonzo. That's poor by Manuel Akanji. Really poor. Cancelo intercepts and Akanji into De Bruyne. Around the corner to Mahrez. Just can't find him out to Gonzo. Here's Gonzo intercepted by João Cancelo. And he gets into Mahrez. Cancelo. Mahrez. Bad pass by Cancelo straight to Greenwood. Leads with a chance here, perhaps. Klitsch, Mark Rocker. Mahrez closing down. Good footwork by Rocker and out to Gonzo again. He's probably the most lively player in this Leeds side. Ball into the middle. And it's a bit of a lofty crossing. Edison can pick it up and throw it out to Jack Grealish. Who can he keep this in, Grealish? He can do. Great play by Grealish. He's got there. Grealish, he's got his head up. He's looking for... Haaland can't find him. Klitsch with a late tackle on Grealish. And then Klitsch pushes the head of Jack Grealish and gets a yellow card for it. That was poor. Poor sportsmanship from Klitsch. Fouls Grealish, who looks up at him, and Klitsch decides to push him in the head and gets a yellow card for it. Lank says him sceptical about youth. Tosin, Humphries, Grant. Diaz have all let me down. Yeah, but, you know, we've got a different quality of players now. Gonto's having a go at Grealish. I mean, Gonto's about 3 foot tall. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne is flicking him away. Off you go, Gonto. You midget. He's going to get a yellow card here, Gonto, perhaps. He's even pushed the referee. And Gonto gets a yellow card for pushing the referee. Is he stupid? He came in and pushed Jack Grealish like a moron. And Grealish just laughed at him. I mean, I think Grealish probably said something about Gonto's like there. He's absolutely tiny. Rudai says, remember when Otamendi and Stones were our trusty centre-backs? Don't remind me, Rudai. They had one good season, though, didn't they? Otamendi especially. Hex, if you could sign any player for City, who would it be? Alright. I mean, I love Aguero to come back, really. Ball behind to Haaland here by De Bruyne. And Melier just beats Erling Haaland to it. Just beats Erling Haaland to it. And the Leeds fans don't give Haaland a hard time. They can't do, can they, really? Gonto having it, jabbing his finger into Grealish's ankle, says Chris. Yeah, Gonto, I don't know what his problem was there at all. You know, Klitsch fouled Grealish. Klitsch and Grealish are laughing about it, but what was Gonto doing coming over and having an argument with him? Grealish and Klitsch are having a good laugh about it. It was just Gonto going mad. I just don't get it. MK6 Messi. Ridai wants Zlatan. Or any player in the world, of course. I thought you meant ex-City player. Rodrigo's coming off and Liam Cooper comes off for Leeds. They're going to bring Gelhardt and Llorente on. Diego Llorente. Brother Marcos Llorente plays for Spain at the Euros. Plays at Atletico Madrid. Ajin says, as you said, Gonto, I was scared it was Gundo. No. The Italian Gonto. Very, very tiny player, isn't he? Very good, though. Harry Kane, says Isaac Bloom. No way. Lanky wants Puyol. Well, they're stopping the game here. Jack Grealish is coming off, and on comes Phil Foden. Applaud by the City fans for Jack Grealish. On comes Phil Foden now. I think he's getting booed, Grealish, by the Leeds fans. I don't think he minds, he enjoys it. He enjoys the villain, doesn't he, Grealish? City fans are cheering him. Leeds fans are certainly not, are they? Grealish the GOAT is here. 3-0, what a game from Realizo and Haaland. Yeah, Grealish and Haaland, yeah. Grealish the GOAT. Well, Grealish, unfortunately, hasn't been the GOAT today. He's been 2 really good assists, but finishing-wise, he's been terrible. Been Darwin Nunez-esque. Corner for Leeds United here through Sam Greenwood. Leeds looking to find a way back into this one. Make it a shaky 20 minutes or so for City, and they do find a goal. Pascal Struijk. Edison can't keep it out, and Leeds are back in it. 3-1. A few predicted 3-1. Well, you're right. Pascal Struijk here on the end of this one. Manuel Akanji, is that... Can Manuel Akanji not jump? Because that is so poor from Akanji. He just cannot jump, can he? He cannot jump. Blanky said, who said 3-1? Quite a few people. I think Andrew said 3-1. Manuel Akanji is shocking in the air. Absolutely shocking. Just cannot get off the ground, can he? He's got absolutely no spring in him. Foden. Okay. Leeds are putting the pressure on City now. I'm throwing for City here. Kosh beats Gundogan to it. I mean, Manuel Akanji is absolutely terrible in the air. Which player City signed you regret that most they signed? I don't know. Wilfried Bonny might be a good one. Scott Sinclair. Mangala. Here's Stones. Benjani. Red Ice is Mendy. Yeah, the man who will not be named. Probably him, actually. Throwing for City again. The Leeds are on it now. They want an exciting last 15 minutes, the fans. Nolito is another one. Robinho. Fernando. Okay, to take the throw-in. Up to Haaland, who comes and holds it up for his team. Loses out to Rocker. Aronson round the corner. Can't beat Ake to be out for another throw-in to Manchester City. Well, it's the Dutchman, Pascal Struijk, who gets the goal. Good header. Terrible defending from Manuel Akanji. Foden gives it away now. Hopefully Phil Foden can have a good game. Kevin De Bruyne picks it up. He's got Mahrez to the right of him. And here's Riyad Mahrez now. 1-on-1 with Pascal Struijk. Mahrez. De Bruyne. De Bruyne looks towards the bottom corner. He had Kinsella to the right-hand side of him. I feel like he should have passed that, Kevin De Bruyne. And Leeds now counter with Klitsch. He should have given that to Kinsella, I feel like, Kevin De Bruyne there. But he went to the bottom corner with the shot, but he tried to pass it into that bottom corner. Didn't get the power in it. Couldn't beat Meslier. Didn't find the corner either. Gonzo. Round the corner into Aronson. Stones good pressing. Aronson's drop. Free kick for Leeds. Stones goes back into position. Isaac also said 3-1. Isco would have been nice as well in City, says Riddock. Yeah, I mean, Isco, one of my favourite players of all time. Was announced to have signed to a Spanish 4th division side today. Of course, it wasn't that. It's just a bit of a joke they were doing. Forgotten Nolito exists, says Adjin. He was good for Celta. He was good for Celta Vigo. Chris says, if Leeds get another crowd, we'll carry them to an equaliser. Quite right, Chris. I think City need to, get a 4th, in my mind. I think City do need to get a 4th, because if Leeds got another goal here, it would remind me a bit of that Wolves game. If you remember when City were beating Wolves, and then Wolves just started getting the goals, and once they got, within 1 goal difference, City were just completely rattled. Absolutely rattled. Oh, Llorente with a mistake here. Kevin De Bruyne into Riyad Mahrez. City on the attack again. Mahrez against Stroud. Cuts in on that left foot, Riyad Mahrez. Joao Cancelo. Over to Nathan Ake. Ake. Foden. Really heavy touch by Phil Foden. And it's a throw-in for Leeds United over Manchester City. Foden's been terrible since he's come on. Really bad. Llorente. Struijk. Pressed by Mahrez. Gonto closed down by Cancelo. Struijk. Good play by Leeds. But the pass by Struijk is overhit to Greenwood. There's a throw in Manchester City. Jesse Marsch is trying to keep his players going here. I think someone else said 4-1. Lanky did. Well, Lanky, you might be right as well if City can get that next goal. Perhaps the Erling Haaland hat-trick. Here's Manuel Akanji. Ake. Into Phil Foden. Gundogan. Rodri. Into Haaland here. Haaland's in again. Haaland for the hat-trick. Terrible finish. Straight at Meslier. 3 1-on-1s he's missed today, Erling Haaland. I don't want to worry you. I've just tuned in on the TV so I can watch the live coverage while you're commentating, Isaac. That's exactly what you should be doing. If you can do. Thank you very much. But Haaland could have had a hat-trick there. Should have scored. Should have scored, Erling Haaland. 3 1-on-1s missed. Look at Darwin Nunez. Like Darwin Nunez. Should have scored there, Haaland. 3 chances missed. 3 big chances. Haaland can't lift the ball, says Chris. You're right, yeah. The chipped finish from Haaland is not in his locker. Cancelo wins it here. Cancelo! Free kick for Leeds is an absolute joke. No foul in there. Great win by Cancelo. Goes through on goal. Isaac says my commentator's a couple seconds ahead, so I can't believe that. Usually I'm behind, in fact. The Leeds United player kicks Cancelo and he gives a free kick the other way. Joke of a bit of a referee in there by Darren England. Greenwood across the box. Oh, and Leeds just put it wide the post. Gelhardt nearly scores, but it's shocking refereeing. Shocking refereeing. Honestly, so bad from Darren England. Akanji again. Can't stop it. Gelhardt gets the head of him and nearly puts it in the bottom corner. Just trickles past the post. But how Cancelo gets booked, or how Cancelo gets pulled back for a foul when he didn't even... He touches the ball and the Leeds United player tackles him. It's disgusting. It's terrible refereeing. Oh, Gundogan's fouled by Greenwood now. He's at about 10 this game. Sam Greenwood. I don't think he'll get booked. We need a fourth, says Lanky. Quite right. Another late one by Greenwood on the legs of Ilkay Gundogan. No yellow card for Greenwood again. Haaland missed the shot. He's not even got to that yet. Says he's at Isaac. I'm surprised. But Haaland, yeah, he's certainly not got the lift in his locker. He needs to chip it over the keeper there, but he tries to play it low underneath him. It's an easy one for Meslier, who knows he's going to go low every time. Just hasn't got that in his locker. He's lit the lifted finish. 10 minutes to play. Can Leeds United find a way back? Akanji, not been impressed by him at all. Stones. De Bruyne, back to Stones. Over to Nathan Ake. Phil Foden on his left-hand side. Goes... Bad pass by Ake, straight back to Leeds. Really bad pass. He looks in behind to Phil Foden. Klitsch. Aronson. Handball by Aronson. He caught that on the way through. Referee says no handball. What is this ref playing at? Is he just saying whatever Leeds want in the second half? Unbelievable. Who would you rather win the quadruple, United or Liverpool? I'm hoping I'm not around to see that. Agent says about the career mode, you should do the poll on the shirts, badge and formations. Yeah, okay. Lanky ourselves. None, because you never hear the end of it from them. Very true. Little flick on by Aronson here. Gundogan, Rodri, Foden, Akanji. Flicks it into De Bruyne. Given away by Manuel Akanji, who's gone down. Referee says no free kick. Rodri forward to Mahrez. Leeds come forward again. Akanji still on the floor, writhing in pain. Gonto's dropped down by Rodri. Free kick and a yellow card. This referee is absolutely lost it. He's absolutely lost it. It's basically every free kick goes Leeds' way, and he will not give anything to Manchester City anymore. Rodri fouls Gonto here, thinking it's going to get let go because the rest were. I mean, Gonto's tiny. No wonder Rodri's pushed him over. But it's terrible refereeing. Rodri cannot believe how poor the ref has been. Oh, Gonto's laces are broken. Oh, I don't even know. He's tying the laces underneath his studs. I've never seen anything like it. He mustn't be able to tie his own laces because he's getting the other Leeds players to tie it for him. The ref has just been... I mean, that one where Cancelo goes through on goal, when the Leeds United player kicks Cancelo, is an utter joke. I don't know how the referees give that. And he's bought into it somehow. And then Akanji gets kicked, they play on. Okay. But then Gonzo, it's just every soft foul goes Leeds his way. It's like the referee's really playing towards the crowd, and it wouldn't surprise me if Sam Greenwood puts this on the top corner here. Free kick in a very, very good position. Can Edison keep it out for Manchester City, or can Sam Greenwood find a way through? It would mean a grandstand finish the last, what, 7 minutes or more? More than 7 minutes, surely. Added time, probably 10. Sam Greenwood over it. The ref's trying to make it a good game. Sam Greenwood over the bar. It's sails by Sam Greenwood. Poor refereeing. Really poor refereeing. Greenwood goes for goal. And he doesn't get it in. It's over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick to Manchester City here. Well, you can feel the tension in this game, can't you, really? Pep Guardiola has launched his water bottle across the ground here. And he's booted it towards the Leeds bench. And he's had to go and apologise to the Leeds coach. Pep Guardiola there throws his water bottle on the floor and then boots it towards the Leeds coach on the bench. Frustrated, and has to run over to go and hug him and apologise. City have had 22 attempts, 9 on target. Leeds have had 8 attempts, 1 on target. 1 shot, 1 goal against Edison. Darko Giabi is on. Ex-Manchester City youth player, signed by Leeds this summer. And on he comes, the midfielder, to play in this Leeds midfield against his former team. Akanji back to Edison. Pressure from Gonzo. Edison sends it long. City need that 4th goal. Haaland jumps into Llorente. De Bruyne behind to Phil Foden, who's just not quick at all. Does not look at it, Phil Foden. Slipped by Greenwood. Gundogan. Mark Rocker beats him to it. Rocker just slips and jumps on the ball here. And it's a free kick Leeds his way. I mean, this referee is having a joke. Rocker slips and falls on the ball. Slips no one round him. Slips and falls on the ball. And he gives a free kick Leeds his way. Darren England is having... If it is Darren England, I mean, I'm beating up Darren England here if it is him. Shocking refereeing performance from Darren England. It'll show me on the Premier League app who the ref is. I think it is Darren England, but he's terrible. Akanji all the way through to Edison. And the Leeds player pushes Akanji into Edison, and the referee says no free kick. Well, the referee's having one here today, isn't he? Certainly. He's letting everything go. Letting absolutely everything go at the moment. It's Stuart Atwell, the ref, not Darren England. Isaac says the ref's been a Leeds supporter. He is, isn't he? He's just, whatever the fans want, we'll give it. Terrible. Edison. Rodri. Good play to clip it out to the edge of the box to John Stones, this right-hand side. And back we go to Edison again, onto his right foot, which he hasn't got much of a right foot, has he, Edison? He clips it away. Up to Mahrez, under pressure from Pascal Struijk. He wins the header. Rodri lumps it forward for City. Struijk heads it back into Leeds' path, and Leeds get the ball down. Mahrez wins it off Rocker. Mark Rocker with a late one on Rodri now. Referee says nothing. City clip it out to Ake on this left-hand side. He's got a bit of space here, Nathan Ake. Ilkay Gundogan. Away from Joe Gelhardt. City just need to take the sting out of this game. Here's De Bruyne, kick by Sam Greenwood, is it again? And the yellow card finally does come out for Sam Greenwood. Accumulation of fouls now. Foul number 89 for him. Ray Charles, says Lanky. Yeah, Greenwood with another late one. He's done them all game, Sam Greenwood, and only now in the 85th minute does he get a yellow card on his 6th or 7th foul. It looks like City are going to get past the finish line. It looks like City are going to get past the finish line here. Gundogan to take the free kick, and he waits till Leeds get in position and passes it straight back to Nathan Ake. Ake. Rodri. Cancelo. John Stones. Mahrez. Terrible by Mahrez. Cancelo makes the most of it. De Bruyne. Into Ilkay Gundogan. He's got Foden in the middle here. Bad pass by Gundogan straight into the Leeds player. Should have got it through there. De Bruyne takes it back off Ayling, who's pulling De Bruyne all over the place. De Bruyne behind to Foden, who can't get there, and Kosh behind for a throw-in. Phil Foden's been non-existent since you come on. I mean, if you thought Grealish was having a bad game, I think Foden... I mean, at least Grealish was involved with the game. Phil Foden's done nothing since he's come on, particularly. Out of position, bad positioning, bad passing. Nathan Ake. Into Haaland. Greenwood. Closing down. Ake. Skips past a couple of challenges here. Ake crosses one in. Llorente away. Slips in the ball, does Rocker. Ake. Rodri, nice turn on it. Ake. Foden. Wins a throw in, does he, Phil Foden there? Yep. That's about as much as he can do. According to my TV, Newcastle is in 3rd place. How is Newcastle doing so good? They're doing brilliantly, aren't they, Newcastle? Another win again yesterday. Destroyed Leicester City. Or was it the day before? Haaland here, thrown into him. Kosh can't get near him. Haaland. Off Kosh and behind for a corner. Well done, Erling Haaland. And City are going to take the time here to take this one. Kevin De Bruyne strolls across, which I'm sure will frustrate the Leeds fans, who think City are time wasting, but it seems to be something that doesn't bother them when they come to the Etihad. Newcastle have only lost one, says Chris. Yeah, they drew 3-3 with City, didn't they? Newcastle play Arsenal, though. Is it next? I think they could play Arsenal next. That'll be big. That will be very big. I think that one. So Kevin De Bruyne here on this corner. Crossed in towards Rodri with a header. Nathan Ake's there. Oh, and John Stones it falls to, and he's just leaning so far back. And hammers it into the stands. Don't know why he must be off balance here, Stones, to lean back so far to not get that one in. But you expect him to finish it, and he just can't. And a substitution for Manchester City. Off comes Riyad Mahrez. On comes Cole Palmer. Another youngster. Him and Lewis are the two coming through at the moment, aren't they? I think Josh Wilson-Esbrand's chance is missed. He's injured again, Josh Wilson-Esbrand. Unfortunately. So, Palmer on. For Riyad Mahrez. Leeds send it long. Good win by Phil Foden. Akanji, he clears it away as well for City. Llorente heads it back into the danger zone. Rodri misses the header. And Rodri goes all the way back to Edison. Edison. He's going to look long, is he? No, he goes to John Stones. Oh, and City have made a mistake here. It's Giabi. Gonzo. Into Klitsch. Rodri goes closing down there. Rodri can't get it away against Giabi. Giabi gets a shot off into Gelhardt. And Phil Foden gets it away for City. Haaland chases it. Can't win it. Greenwood. Wins a throw-in. Throws it straight through to Klitsch, does he know? Ake gets there ahead of him. Well done, Nathan Ake. He's had a very good game, Ake. Into Haaland. Good touch by Haaland, but under pressure, Haaland shrugs off Giabi. And watch it behind for a throw-in for Manchester City. Well done, Erling Haaland. Maybe Newcastle United are in a title race with City and Arsenal. They just could be, couldn't they? They just could be, considering how well they've done. Nathan Ake to take the throw-in for City. City continue to waste the time. Smile from Ake as Haaland comes close to him to try and just pass it to him straight away. Ilkay Gundogan. Stones and all the way through to Edison. Gonzo's on the end of this one, is he? Edison beats him to it. Just a light pass by Stones back to the goalkeeper. And Kosh down to goalkeeper Melier. Looking like a 3-1 win, isn't it, for City? I think any goals from either Leeds or City, I don't think will change the game now. The result is looking like 3 points. Strauch. Headed by Stones. Gelhardt. Beats Gundogan to it. Gets a foot in there. Gelhardt is a big boy, isn't he, Gelhardt? Spins, turns. He's in the middle here, Gelhardt. Ailing with a really bad touch. Gets the cross into Gelhardt. And I thought they'd scored there. Gelhardt beats Akanji to it, but can't score. Newcastle play Leeds and then Arsenal, says Isaac. Okay. There we are. So, I think they'll beat Leeds, won't they, Newcastle, surely. But the test for them is against Arsenal. And of course, it's a test for Arsenal. Corner, defended by Manuel Akanji. 5 added minutes here in this game. And looking to cross this one right on top of the goalkeeper, Edison. You can see that clearly. Mark Rocker over this. Swings it in towards Edison's goal here. Edison, strong hands and saves it. And City want to counter. And Gundogan tells Edison, no. We're not going anywhere. Let's waste a bit of time. So 5 added minutes. And the 5 will go pretty quickly maybe for City. Because for Leeds, they'll go very quickly anyway. For City, they might go long. It's different, isn't it, when you're winning? Kevin De Bruyne. Skips past Sam Greenwood, who couldn't foul him because he'd been a yellow card. De Bruyne. Switch it out to Cole Palmer. He's got Haaland in the middle here, Palmer. Palmer. Out to Cancelo. I think the move's broken down now. Haaland. I think Palmer and Haaland don't get on, personally, from what I've seen. Oh, ball in behind to Palmer's brilliant. Palmer beats Llorente. Palmer. Cancelo. Should have shot. Haaland for the hat-trick. Blocked away. He should have shot there, Palmer. De Bruyne. Past Giabi. Kevin De Bruyne. Crosses it in. He's fouled by Gonto, is he? Giabi. And Palmer takes Giabi down. And a free kick is going to be a yellow card for Cole Palmer. His first challenge of the game. Palmer should have shot there. He would have scored. Ridai says Brighton are the next for Arsenal. So hopefully Brighton do us a favour because they're doing really well. Yeah, I mean, Brighton nearly beat City, didn't they, really? They were better than City in that game where they won 3-1 at the Etihad. An Arsenal bogey team, says Lanky. I hope Arsenal don't win it, obviously. But I mean, I suppose I'd rather Arsenal win it than Liverpool. If it's going to come down to that, which I don't think it will actually. Liverpool just don't look the same team this season. But it's going to come down to that. I'd rather Arsenal win it. Gundogan. Llorente. All the way through to Stones. I feel like Palmer should have scored. Had a good chance. Edison. Into Ake. He should have gone into Rodri there, Ake, but he decides not to. Goes back to Akanji instead. City really taking the sting out of the game, knocking it round the back. That is the plan, and it's working. Erling Haaland gets man of the match. I don't think he has been man of the match, personally. Scored 2 goals, he's missed a few chances. Llorente. Gonto on this left-hand side. Always looking to run at players, the Italian. Into Kosh. Llorente, he's going to go back to his goalkeeper, Melier. And that is 93 minutes now. 2 minutes left for Leeds to try and find something, or City to find the killer blow, really. Well, I think they've already done that. Rocker in behind here. Nathan Ake reads the pass through to Gelhardt. Ake into Cancelo. Palmer. Under pressure from Strout. Palmer pokes it through and keeps possession. Rodri. Strout with a late one on fellow Dutchman, Nathan Ake. Ilkay Gundogan. Akanji. Moves the ball forward, Akanji. Running the opposition. Into Phil Foden. Back to Cancelo, who's on the left-hand side now. Into De Bruyne. Rodri and City work it well. They can't get us. Leeds now. They just cannot get anywhere near Manchester City. Played off the park. Gakpo's amazing, says Lanky. Yeah, he's a good sign, isn't he? It's a very good signing for them. But he might have scored 17 goals in the Dutch League. It's going to be different in the Premier League, isn't it? We'll see how he does. Hopefully not very well. John Stones. Joao Cancelo. Lost it here to Giabi. And here's Gonto. Trying to be too clever there. Cancelo, he goes back and wins it anyway off Gonto. Good recovery from Joao. Into Kevin De Bruyne. It's a great pass. De Bruyne gets his head up. De Bruyne, a long ball to Phil Foden. Can he chase it? Can he beat Ayling to it? Melier off his line. And Melier puts it behind for a throw in for City. Well, 30 seconds remain. I don't think City want another one. I think they're happy with 3-1. I think they'll take 3-1. So the lead, City, didn't they? Through Rodri at the end, just at the end of the first half. And then 2 Erling Haaland goals set up brilliantly from Jack Grealish. After some hard work by Grealish for the second goal. The first of Haaland's goals. And then for the third goal, good play by City. Good work from Grealish. Big challenge on Gundogan here by Gelhardt. Throwing to Manchester City. And that is full time. City 3, Leeds United 1. City win and keep the 3 points. Great, good result, average performance, brilliant commentary. Thank you very much, Chris. It's been great to have you. Well done, City. In the end, 3 points is what we wanted. Rodri's man of the match, says Astro Meteor. Yeah, quite right. I mean, I don't think it was Erling Haaland. He missed plenty of chances, didn't he, today? But City have the 3 points. City get a little bit closer to Arsenal, a little bit closer, 5 points still off. But thank you very much. Who got the correct score? I think Andrew did. I think Ashjod Meteor, I remember, did. Happy New Year to all, says MK. Yeah, Happy New Year to everyone. We won't see you guys now until the next City away game. I don't know when that is. The home game, we won't be doing a live for, but we will be doing a live for the next Manchester City away game. So we'll see you then. Thank you, you guys. It's been great to have you all. Great chat as well, as always. And we'll try and work out what we want to do with, you know, that idea for the career mode. That is certainly something we'll work on over the next few weeks and so on. And thank you very much to everyone again. We'll see you guys next time for our next live. Manchester City versus who? You'll find out.